turns out I'm the
Sorry,
short.
I couldn't hear you from all the way down there.
You're taller than me, aren't you? I'm pretty sure of it.
So is most people are, I'm afraid to say.
He has a point. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with Kat,
Hi.
who is confirmed short. Damian.
Thanks!
Hi.
Kirv.
Hello.
Mortar. Mortar?
I think Mortar may genuinely have just disconnected. Hello. Oh.
No?
Oh.
Hello?
I am
Oh.
here. I do live.
He's
He's
a robot.
Hello.
He's
I
trying
live.
his best.
I see.
Anybody here?
Romulus
Hello.
and Vinny.
Hello.
Alright. We return back to Crabby D&D, where we have a robotic mortar trying to talk, and all of the wonders of what comes next. So, I think without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, yep, there he goes. I'm guessing his internet's just dropped or something. Alright. Last session. Well, let's get right into it. Last session, our party of adventurers fought against the skeletal general and their draconic mount, with the tense fight drawing to a close, and the death of the Rhyme Warden.
Davy Jones, genitals, I'm back.
The party hesitated long enough that he passed on, leaving Cat in a state of distress, with the party trying to patch up its wounds, but still struggling in the events that were to come. We now return to them discussing just what their next plans might be. So, as you're otherwise over the course of the next 2 days, you're otherwise keeping guard, taking your times on watch, having time to discuss with one another plans, ideas, what you're going to be doing next. If there's anybody you wish to interact with during this time, now would be the chance to say what you might like to do. Don't all
Kirv
rush
would like
out.
to take Kirv would like to take some time for herself to look over her weapon to see what last session's actions did to it.
Okay. Taking a look at it, you otherwise see that the wood, no, that's right, because yours is an entirely metal scythe, isn't it? The blade itself seems to have a... Ooh, getting a humming from you, Simon. That was fun. You see where there is a clear line from the tip of the blade running all the way down to the main head of the weapon itself, where you can see there is a thin groove, which up until now you just assumed was decorative. But you can see that along the interior of it, there seems to be almost this red writing. Upon closer inspection, it seems to be some form of Infernal, and as much as you can read it, it is of an arcane nature. You gather it seems to be a little way past the quarter mark up through the weapon. You don't know if it's going to take more to work through it, but you know that what you seem to have done has triggered something. I'll also say go ahead and roll me an insight check if you please.
Ooh. That is a 14 plus 2.
14 plus 2, 16. Looking at the blade as you're otherwise kind of sat there staring at it, you run your finger along the kind of the groove where the magic seems to be residing. You almost feel like there's almost a tickling at the back of your mind. Like there's something. You're not entirely sure what. But as you're otherwise kind of running your finger along the edge of the weapon, it almost feels there's a connection there between you and it, but you do not know to what extent it is having.
I wouldn't suppose, because this hasn't really occurred to me till now, but I'm not sure. Do I recognize the craft of this weapon at all?
No, it looks entirely unique.
Okay.
You also get Eugene back in that time.
Eugene!
Hi, boss. Well, I've been in hell, through hell. You know how it is. You've been there before.
You know how it is.
Did the Lord give you much shit about it?
No, I said what happened, that I was shot out of the sky by a skeletal archer. He told me I was doing a good job. Sort of. He didn't say it, but I could sense it about him. He wanted me to know that I was doing good. I could tell.
Well, you know what, Eugene? You were doing very good until you died.
Oh.
You've never heard a crow's heart snap?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out if that was a bigger burn than going to hell or not.
I was going to say, so how many hit points does he lose from that?
Oh no!
That certainly was a vicious mockery.
Honestly.
We'll get him next time, Phil. You did. Which one?
Wow.
Hey, boss, don't loop me in with this guy. You sit, and I'm gonna.
Eugene.
Okay, Eugene flies off momentarily to go sulk
Eugene,
in the
Eugene
weather.
has taken 1 psychic damage.
No,
He's
no,
not taken one
that's-
psychic
that-
damage. He's been
that's when he's
insulted
dead.
as he otherwise he flies off. You watch as the wind catches him, and you just feel this poof in the feathers in the distance.
Oh no!
He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah,
He'll get over it.
it's fine. This is day 1 of your 2 days here, so that's fine.
Uh-huh.
Anything else anyone else would like to do while you're here? Talk to anyone on
I'm studying the diamond.
Yes, and I believe that gate we went through, and I believe you hear almost like a connection or a rhythm to it. One that is vaguely familiar to you.
You say dubstep?
It's a dubstep diamond. That's how it works for Revivify.
Whoa.
It brings
Yeah.
the beat back to the heat,
I mean,
to the
that's
heart.
actually kind of awesome. It's actually kind of awesome.
Each stone has a different rhythm. This one's dubstep. Yeah.
Okay.
Relix's soundboard is like crazy.
So I've just got this image now of you just occasionally glance in Damian's direction. He's just sort of bobbing up and down in fast beat while holding a diamond.
For sure.
I would love that.
Oh my word. But yeah, you otherwise can sense that there is almost a rhythm or a hum to it, a natural understanding. And you begin to pull upon those lithomantic powers that you have been almost introduced to on how to use and what they do. And you begin to understand them a bit better. Begin to see the configurations of how it might work and function for what you might want to try and do in the future.
Okay.
So you now have access to those spells that you're prepared.
Yes.
Anything else anyone would like to do?
I feel. Sorry.
No, you go first. Well, me.
I feel like we
No,
don't. I
please,
definitely-
after you.
One thing I do want to do is actually have some time to talk to Mortar, because that was one
Okay,
thing I wanted to
absolutely.
do last session that I didn't really get
Yeah.
a good chance for.
Yeah, man.
Because
I'll
we
let
had a little good night time thing, but like that wasn't.
You had a night thing.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Damn.
I missed
Hey,
this.
none of you. How about you butt out? It's none of your business. It's my man. Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely.
Oh.
Dads?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Mortar.
I mean,
Um,
if
Oh,
Mortar does
no.
become that, I think you'll also acquire a mum. So,
Oh, no.
Mortar is the mum.
Oh no!
right, it's the goggles because
Whatever
it's
you
gas
need
mask.
me
Are
to
you
be.
my mummy?
no, it's
No.
just because Mortar calls Romulus daddy.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Right, so focusing back up. Mortar, could we chat for a minute?
Mortar sits up from the bed that he was on last session and goes, yeah, sure, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down on the
where do you
bed
wanna
and
go?
it creaks ominously.
Mortar looks down
Oh.
and immediately stands up, so the bed
No.
he doesn't sit to the bed.
No, I
rolled.
rolled a natural 20 for that bed. It's sturdy.
Holy shit.
The bed flexes.
Oh, yes.
Notice Mortar and Romulus on a very sturdy bed.
Oh, whatever could we get up to on this?
God, what's that one of Yzma saying? Obliterate that twink.
What?
Yeah, no,
No, you know what I'm talking
I
about,
know,
right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that twink obliterated.
Oh.
I mean, I might know a guy. Not really my scene. Anyway, I should focus up a little bit. I should also probably try and load up fucking tabletop. That would be
Oh my
smart. of me.
word.
Help?
Right, so I know we spoke about it yesterday, but I thought I'd open up a little bit and I apologize again for lashing out. I still obviously have a different way of viewing the world than you do, but that doesn't make my actions correct. I'm very scared, Mortar. I used to be a member of a tribe. I was raised away from my family in a life very different than the one that I have been thrust into with my family, and a very different one than I've been thrust into now with Cat, with all of us. Did he fucking leave?
No, he DC'd.
It was too deep.
He DC'd before you actually started.
He's hiding under the bed now.
Being forced to comprehend the concept of emotional vulnerability.
Mortar dies due to trying to feel a single emotion.
You just turn around and you see Mortar is otherwise just asleep on the bed. It's just like happily fast asleep.
I shake him awake. Come on, wake the fuck up! I'm doing an emotional bit here. Oh, good. Are you back with us now?
Maybe?
Oh no, I don't think he is.
How's the 2-bit connection holding up?
Apparently not very well.
Apparently not very well, no.
Not very
So
well at all.
enough to present his name, that's it.
I literally disconnected throughout the entire thing. Like, I have been trying to sort all of this out, so...
Oh no.
Oh, yay.
I've just got my shit together. I'm so sorry.
So, where did I start off with?
I've heard. I literally the only
Oh, motherfucker!
This is.
I didn't hear a word you fucking just said.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
This is going so very well.
Oh, prepared the
Welcome
several
to hell.
balls of string, tied them together, put a couple of plastic cups either end, go up north, then drive back. Be people tripping up over a very long piece of string. Probably snap it.
No, this is
Oh, no.
a challenge.
Mortar,
Yeah.
are you out there? Mortar, do you care?
He's falling asleep all the time. I can't even run. Oh,
I just hear his
Sorry,
laugh
I'm
in the
downstairs,
distance.
see if this makes any kind of difference.
It's alright. Technical difficulties
Sorry,
happen
guys.
all the time, it's fine.
Right. In the meantime, Romulus starts to break dance.
on the bed. That's very sturdy.
The incredibly sturdy bed. It's the only object in the universe that he's able to break dance on without breaking.
You sense the rhythm of the dubstep diamond.
It's incredible, and Dan will never be allowed to know of it.
Oh no.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think the signal down here should be significantly better. So
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So where did we get
sorry,
up to?
guys.
No, don't worry about it. It's not
You
your
were just
fault.
you were just starting your conversation.
Okay. I wanted to apologize again. I lashed out last night, and that wasn't appropriate. I may not agree with. Well, there are clearly differences between how we both view the world, but that doesn't make what I did right. And first and foremost, I wanted to say I'm sorry. Beyond that, I wanted to.
Mortar,
Go after you.
please after. Also kind of nods. Goes, well, I mean, I've never been backhanded Minotaur before, so that was an experience. So, but I get it. It's been intense for the last few weeks. You know, it's been a lot. So
That's
I
probably
don't
the
blame
one
you
moment-
lashing out because. Oh, you're fine. I won't lie. It really hurt. Like, really hurt. It was like someone grabbed a tree and hit me with it.
Yes, I've been told that before.
Yeah, well, it's not over-exaggerated. Genuinely, I thought it was going to be an over-exaggeration. But it turns out it really wasn't. I will say, though, like you say, we do have very different ways on how we view the world, but I think we can both agree on one thing, that we love this family. We love these people, for better or worse, you know. All of our quirks and everything, we are all a cohesive unit, and we all have our objectives, and we all want to see each other succeed.
I think that's very fair to say.
I think it's good to have things that we disagree on. So long as it's not the safety of our party that we disagree on, which I'm sure we don't.
No. I wanted to explain a little bit. Just provide a bit of context, as it were.
Yeah, shoot, dude.
My life before all this was very, very different. I used to be part of a tribe. I thought I might end up leading it one day. I had to look out for everyone.
Big responsibility.
those people were not my blood family. I only met them this last year or so.
Oh, as in you met your blood family this last year?
Yes.
I see. What were
The
they like?
life varied is one way to put it. In general, though, I am descended from Beastland. I don't know if royalty is the right word for it.
Nobility?
Let's go with nobility.
Wow.
But powerful.
What are you doing? What are you doing out here?
I'll
If
get
you're-
to that.
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. What's up? Like, proper like turns all his attention to Romulus, just fixated on like playing through this story that he's being told.
The children of my father, someone who to me is certainly real, but apparently is seen as mythical to a large variety of people I've met. The Undying Lord, I don't know if you would have heard of it.
Is that something I'm familiar with, Chris?
I would say go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay, no worries. I think it's unlikely, but there is a chance.
But there is a chance, yeah. Natural one.
No, there's not.
No.
That's a minus. That's a minus.
6.
A lot. Yeah, that's a minus.
You're fairly
What's our numbers?
certain
I'm convinced.
the Undying Lord is in reference to you, but you don't know how yet.
Never
Oh,
died.
come on.
I've never been defeated. Not even once.
Anyway.
That's why I took the hit, because I knew it would not take me down.
So, the Undying Lord is, well, my father.
What does
To
my
be
next words?
to
Like, what the fuck?
I have kids.
I just got bitch slapped by my kid.
Oh my god.
yeah, and it was funny too.
It was funny. Sorry, man. Keep going.
The Undying Lord is a protector of the Beastlands, a very, very powerful protector. When I understood that I did not know my true family, I did not know who they were before. Well, before everything. All of us children were separated at birth. We were sent to live in different places, different worlds, almost, one could say. We
Was
were...
this some kind of means of keeping the peace? Like a political thing?
Hard to say. When we were brought together, finally, I think it was an experiment more than anything, a test. When we were brought together, we were told that our father was to pass on the mantle.
I see.
The Undying Lord, in some capacity, there needed to be another one. So, each of us was told, take these pieces, these fragments of a greater whole. Each one of you has one. You must journey out and gather them from each other. If you do so, you will get, and you manage to gather enough of them, well, that person becomes the new Undying Lord. At least that's how it sounded.
many of these do you have?
Hate to say it, not many. I've only got my own at the moment. I believe that's accurate, right, Chris?
Yes, I believe so.
I guess they're all keeping them close, I suppose, to make sense. Are they open to any kind of alliances or any kind of, they
Some
know
are
the strongest one and take out the greater evil, so to speak?
Some are reasonable, some are not. Some are murderous. We're not allowed to attack each other directly, not allowed to cast the final blow, as it were. But
It sounds like this contest is really put against you in your favor. Like, not in your favor, I mean. Your whole thing is like your strength, getting in close. Like, how are you supposed to compete?
That's the question. I am physically strong, and I can look after myself. I can survive, and I've been taught how to raise a tribe, keep them safe.
I see.
The others, more powerful by me in a quite literal sense by half.
Like
Magic powers I do not understand. There were those that are certainly physically stronger than I am, though at least one of them is dead. Whether that's I have strong feelings about family.
Needless to say, for sure.
I do not have any wish to slay any of my family. As I said before, the rules state we should not kill each other. But unfortunately, there are ways around this. Being as I am at a significant disadvantage, being comparatively without resources, without a way to compete, I separated myself out. I went searching. That's what this has all been about, really. I went on this adventure in order to find something that might help me win, or at least survive long enough to find a member of my family who I believe will do right by the people. And I'm scared. I've been scared for a long time. Because this world is completely different from the one I'm used to. And I don't know how to deal with Cat's curse. I can follow my common sense. I can follow my gut, my instinct. They don't tend to fail me. But even then, there's no guarantees.
Well, you've proven, from what I've seen at least, you've proven time and time again that this group, Cat, myself, everybody, we're all your top priority. You have the makings of a very strong leader. Like you said, you've been trained to raise a tribe of your own, but as for this undying Lord, was it?
Mm.
As for this undying Lord business, I can't say I've ever heard of anything quite like it. It almost sounds like something out of, like you say, a fairy tale, something mythological.
Mm.
Where I come from, there's no stories like that. Like there's no hope. There's no idealistic savior or an idea of a person who could embody ideals that people could follow. There's only dust, monsters, and your own skin on your back, unless you've had it flayed. But regardless of our views, I think we can all agree. I think we can agree. Is that priority for this group is our survival and our joint success in each other's ventures, be they what they are. I'm sorry that your family is not what you hoped it would be. That you're having to fight in competition for something that seems to prioritize the base fundamentals of family, which I think is shown in this group. You know, care, respect, love. I'm sorry you haven't been getting that from your own flesh and blood.
Not too concerned by that. It's just if some of my family, the ones I've now met, win, everyone in the Beastland loses. Everyone.
I guess then it comes down to a question of, sadly, how far are you willing to go to make sure the Beastland survive? Are you willing to take on your family and maybe even defy these rules set in place by your father? Are you willing to defy those to stand up for what you believe in? Is that something you think you can do? It's not a challenge. It's a genuine moral question that I'm posing to you right now, because I've seen great strength whenever you fight, whenever you put forward a point or anything like that. You always do so with unnerving confidence and certainty, which shakes me more than when you rage.
I am willing to do anything to protect the people that I must protect. I'm not willing to lose this competition, which means I must stay beholden to the rules. But I will bend rules. I will change fate as best I can if I have to. I will do what I can to make sure that no one who is not worthy of the position becomes in control of a land that would suffer from their... what is the word? Rule, yes.
And how many of our newfound family know about this?
I've told them all. I'm telling you because, if nothing else, even when we fight, I believe there is good in you. I believe there is someone who feels connected to these people as I do. And I feel there is someone worth trusting. Even if occasionally you do drive me a bit nutty. You know, the aiming guns at children and what have you. But...
oh, that was a phase. Don't worry, I'm better now.
It's just a
I'm
phase,
better now.
Mom.
I'm better now. I grew out of it. The only child I will point a gun at is Damian. Don't worry about it.
I approve.
This seems fair.
Nah, he's my buddy. He's my buddy.
That's why I expect it.
That's very true. Nothing like a gun pointed at your friends. Mortar kind of like thinks and nods as he listens to you speak and says, her ability to be so transparent and forthcoming with everything is downright terrifying. In the best possible way. I think, like you say, you and I have been from very different walks in life. It's a sob story, really. I don't have family. My best friend was an old lady who used to be a prostitute. And she took me in when I was a kid, when I was a baby. My daily social interactions with people were beatings and lashings. My job was, I was employed as a laborer when I was 5. I had to drag items from camp to camp through sandstorms that cut like glass. It was unreal. But you can see from that why I am incredibly cynical, or have been incredibly cynical and incredibly impulsive to act in a way that only benefits me. I am trying. Old habits die hard. But now I'm stuck in a corner where I feel like I have something I need to say to someone. And it's important they know that it's going to hurt.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Rebecca told me to, and I just thought that's so
Damn it!
sorry, it's just because like the timing with the last one I had to. I'm so sorry.
You can't beat. No, you're good. You can't beat it.
Sometimes the beat takes precedence. I'm sorry.
That's fair, dude.
What did I
Oh,
miss?
Oh gosh.
Hey, blame Rebecca. Sorry. Something you wish to tell someone.
I'm afraid it's going to hurt them in a way that they will not be able to recover, but it's something that I think they've been searching for a long time. And I think I'm the only one who can show them. I don't know how to approach this in a way. I'm actually trying to consider someone's feelings for a change. I hate it. Because it's not easy.
If there's one thing I've learned in this world, it is that honesty may not be the easiest option. It may not be the kindest option, and it may not be the softest option, but it is oftentimes the best one. You cannot go far wrong as long as you are open. And hiding something away in yourself can lead it to fester and rot and eat away at you. If you think that this is something that needs to be told, then it needs to be told.
Well, I'll say this then. If you wake up in the morning and you see there is a pile of ash, so something didn't quite go right, but I will know for sure in my dying moments that honesty is the best policy.
Try and avoid dying. It would be very, very, very inconvenient.
What can I say? I'm an inconvenient kind of guy.
Well,
Good talk, man.
Romulus wakes up
Um,
and finds that he feels a bit like Lister on the Jupiter mining course.
Oh my word.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Um,
But he's dead, Dave.
Mortar's gonna punch Romulus on the shoulder, just kind of playfully, and say, "Thanks, man. Appreciate you telling me all this." And I get it. You and I come from very different walks of life, but I suppose there's also room to learn from each other.
Obviously, I understand that your first thought a lot of the time will be based on your previous experiences, but well, you are part of this thought, and as such, just know that I will do my best to have your back when it matters. Now, it is time to go and...
Mortar immediately pulls you in for a hug.
Okay, I'm going to go in for a hug, and you will be getting lifted up into the air.
Oh, okay.
How many hit points do you have,
When did
Mortar?
this become dirty dancing?
Mortar has. Mortar did heal because this is day 2, right?
This is day 1 technically, but I mean,
Oh,
I don't,
in
if
which
you've already
case then
full
I
rested
would've-
yourself, then don't worry.
I would have had 5 hit points.
Okay.
No.
Oh my
I
word.
was more thinking like a relatively gentle hug, but I do because I just stand
Yeah.
up, still
Yeah.
holding you, so you just end up with the dangly legs.
Oh no, that's fine. It was just if
Yep,
he was on
that's
like
fine.
1 or 2 hit points, I was just going to have it be that like Mortar passes out for a moment. But no, that's
5
fine.
makes all the difference.
The 5
5
hit
makes
points
all the
stops you like, oh. Your
I
your
think-
breath is a little caught,
I
but you're
think
fine.
what you, for sure. I think what you said just shook Mortar pretty badly. If you were to like look deeper into it, it's like, yeah, this what he wasn't expecting that, and it just completely took him by surprise.
Right. Well, I must. I'll head off. Sleep well,
So I'm not.
and
What's the advice?
Romulus does the awkward shuffle away.
Okay. I'm shuffles away. I'll say that
Mortar's
everybody
sitting.
recovers from a long rest, and then we'll move into the next day for the purposes of anything else, unless Cat and Vinny want to do stuff. But you were going to say Mortar just before I rudely
All I
interrupted
was
you?
going to say was more. No, you're fine, man. Mortar literally after that sits on the bed and stares off into the distance, trying to think of how to tell Cat what he's about to tell her.
Okay. So, Vinny and Cat.
Vinny. Okay.
Is there
I-
anything you want to do before?
Oh, I want to. God, I took the first watch with Mortar, didn't I? And that was
That's
the
correct,
last thing.
Yes.
While I'm doing my watch, I want to go around burying all of the bodies and bones and remains.
Okay.
Just to
That's a great idea.
give them a send off.
Mortar will join you. Mortar will join you for that.
Okay.
It's a lot of bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point of this time, I'd like to catch up with Cat quickly.
Okay.
That's fine.
Does anybody
Also-
need a bone flute any longer?
I do actually need a bone flute, crazy enough. But
Just
who's-
suddenly thought about that as you mentioned it.
So
I'm going
who's-
to mention it before someone regrets
I
not
think
doing it.
what we'll do is Mortar sees Vinny approaching, gets the idea that Vinny wants to talk to Cat, and Mortar will leave out of earshot, go into the tower, and just kind of still keeping watch, but he leaves them alone.
Yeah, I'll say this is early hours of the morning. The watches are over. You're just kind of doing general patrol, and you're kind of switching between shifts over the course of the day.
Okay.
Just to keep watch from the main fortifications. So I'll say
Yeah,
that
for sure.
happens while the two of you were on day watch.
Okay.
you right there?
Yes, I'm fine. That's what I was going to ask you, really. I I'm sure you already spoke to Romulus and Mortar about this, and from what I gather, it was a pretty rough conversation. So I don't want to make you revisit anything, but I just wanted to ask, what happened back there? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I was concerned. So it was left too long to try and revive the person. Well, it was cutting it very close, and cat gestures to her arm, and this tried acting, claiming that it could help me bring the person back, but
Tried.
I can't trust
Sorry,
him.
it tried acting of its own accord.
It said that it can help me if I let it, but
Right.
I didn't want to let it, and I was concerned that if I carried on, would the creature, instead of bringing the person back, steal his soul? And I panicked, and I was like, I would rather the person rest in peace than whatever this creature wants to do to the soul. But I didn't know how to deal with it at the time, and they panicked. And then, I mean, I was upset because, I mean, if I hadn't have just stood there, I had 1 diamond. I can only bring 1 person back, and Romulus had just gone down that day. And if I use the diamond to bring this person back, what if someone else goes down before I can get a replacement diamond? And I can't bring them back. I mean, I want to help everyone, but I want to put my family first. And Romulus got a little bit upset that, you know, we should always treasure life and should have brought him back. But my argument was, I'm selfish. I want to put my family first.
So Romulus was saying to do the good but potentially stupid thing rather than the smart but selfish one.
I think so. It's
I have to say I can't say that I disagree, but I mean, you're in an unprecedentedly difficult situation. I'm not here to judge you for your decisions.
Thank you.
And you did well helping Romulus earlier. It was me that made the call to attack after we got spotted, and if we'd been smarter about it, drawn them away from the walls, maybe we'd have had a better chance.
I'll put my hand on Vinny's shoulders. I don't think anyone's to blame. I mean, we were all trying to look for ways to prepare. That's
True.
We weren't able to plan anything, and at least
Hey,
everyone was
Dad.
in a close proximity, and no one died, and we've survived, and we saved literally everyone else. 1 person died. Yeah, that's very sad, and
Well,
yes,
2,
but,
if only temporarily.
you know, it's true, but I mean, we've achieved a lot of good. Okay, everything that we do, the way seems to have a underpin of some degree of negative, but the way I look at it, as long as the good outweighs the bad, I mean, we're just a bunch of random people that come together. How many of us thought that, you know, when we all met in them sewers or in that place, that we'd be here in the future together as a family, saving other people. So, I don't think there is a bad call. I think you did right. You're trying to keep everyone safe. And the best way to do that was deal with the problem. It's been tough.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear that from you.
It's been a journey, you know. And she kind of just look over it. Once upon a time, really not that long ago, I thought I could save everyone. Like, never harm anyone. And I was disgusted at the thought of harming people. But I was always told by someone powerful, my granddad, that sometimes you've got to fight to protect the ones you love. And the more I've been out and the more I've been with you, all of you, I can see that. Because if you don't fight to protect the ones you love, if you're not there, then the chances are that the ones you love will so no longer be around.
That's fair. So you're trying to be more pragmatic about the way that you're helping people.
Yeah, I think realistically, trying to look at every situation as this can be handled peacefully. Some people just they aren't up for talking. Some people will play dirty. They'll do horrible things. They'll manipulate innocent people for their own personal gain. At that point, you know, how far do you go? Well, maybe there's a chance there's some good in there. The more you wait...
You're not wrong. Treating every situation like there's definitely a good outcome, I think it's pretty objectively stupid. But at the same time, I do think you have to do stupid things sometimes. All I'll say is, try not to lose sight of the reason why you wanted to help everyone in the first place.
Oh, don't worry, I've not lost sight. I mean, I still want to give people a chance, but sometimes there are others that need to take more of a, how do I put it, physical persuasion to keep my family safe.
I'm clueless who you're referring to, Kat.
Question: Can I use physical persuasion checks from now on?
Damn.
No. You already get physical intimidation checks. No physical persuasion checks too.
Oh, what would I have to get in order to do that? Like, what
A
kind
magic
of
item.
What kind of magic item?
A good one. An expensive one you cannot afford. It will always
Fuck
be
you.
1 copper out of reach.
Always. I've got
It's a
another
good
gold.
thing I have a lot of copper.
Inflation.
And if you steal it from them, you'll be outlawed everywhere.
Luckily,
worth
I'll be
it.
able to persuade them.
Every NPC will
worth
become
it.
red hostile named to you.
That means we get to kill everyone. Awesome.
And the DM makes the party murder hobos instead of the other way around.
Wow.
Including Eugene and Filch.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Every day you'll be
Always
attacked by
die
2
from
crows.
those.
Anyway.
Every day we take 2 hit points worth of heck damage.
Oh, I can't afford that.
It's only Romulus. The rest of you will be fine. It's
The,
just Romulus.
The only other thing I want to say is, that thing inside you,
Yeah.
it learned that it can spook you just by speaking, even if it doesn't actually have any. We don't know what it was even capable of doing.
It's True. Yeah.
All I want to say is just don't let that psych you out. If it realizes it can make you do things you don't want to do, or stop you from doing things you do want to, just by saying it wants to participate. It's going to keep pushing you down a darker path. And I think that's how it wins.
You know, Mortar and Romulus were saying something very similar. That it seems to be asking for permission to get involved, as if it hasn't got the control. And what you're saying is also true, that I shouldn't. I mean, from now on, I'm gonna. The way I look at this is is my body. It's in my body. I'm in charge, not him. He has no say in the matter. He needs my consent first. So, I'm
Seems like
not
that's
gonna
how it
let it
works,
scare
yeah.
me. But
Good to hear.
something like that person's soul, I didn't want to take the chance, because someone's soul, someone's life is a very precious thing. But I am going to start pushing back. I'm in
That's good
charge.
to hear. Yeah, if you didn't know what was going to happen, you didn't want to take a risk, that's absolutely fair enough. Just make sure you are willing to take risks on doing the right things sometimes.
Oh yeah. I'm willing to take risks to do the right thing. As long as the right thing isn't gonna, or as long as the risk isn't detrimental to everyone else. But thank you. Thank you for the talk. It's
Well,
helped.
it is ultimately your burden. I can't handle it for you, much as I wish I could.
Yeah.
All I can do is give my own 2 copper about it.
That's true. That's true. Though, at some point, there is something I want to try, an experiment, but I'm concerned because it means letting the creature take over me temporarily, or not unleashing. You know how I took his form while we were fighting the Noctarch?
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
inside.
remember, yeah.
I was inside it. I'm curious if I can find others while I'm in there.
Ooh.
Others? Sorry?
Well, there's literally thousands of souls inside this creature. I think my family might be in here too. And friends, and there's so many people inside, and I want to know if I can find anyone while I'm kind of that closely bonded to it. Because I have its powers, and it is part of me at that point. So, can I probe it? Can I find other people in there? But again, it's something that I would want to do it until we're all somewhere safe and
And any attempt at interfering with this creature is surely going to be easier once you get those improvements to Cychania, right?
I believe so. I mean, Cychania is the key. She's the thing that's holding it sealed. And I can only imagine that Titania getting more powerful was gonna make it harder for it to gain control or get free. Also, I learned something from that sending the creature sent and vision. There are other Cychanias. There are other chains, and they've all been broken. She's the last one.
Don't suppose there's any chance of fixing those ones.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. I didn't see any. I gotta try and remember. Did I see any broken chains where I found Cychania?
Not from what you can recall.
Okay. I don't remember seeing any broken ones there. So, if they were, they existed in other locations.
Okay, well, it's only a backup plan anyway. If we have Cychania and a means to make her stronger potentially, then we should, I guess, just stick with that for now.
Yeah, that's all I've got. I'm really nervous. In like about a month's time or so, when we're gonna go to the next WizCon, I think I need to let my granddad know that we're gonna be there, and I think I need to see him. That worries me.
Is that a bad thing? Do you have a difficult relationship with him?
He's all... He never seems to understand. Everything is always work, business, work. But I'm afraid that if he sees me with everyone else, he's gonna make me leave and go back with him. He's gonna be angry. I haven't seen him since... since I left home.
Okay, so he thinks he knows best then, does he?
He's incredibly powerful. I can't deny that. He is very strong. And my mum was his daughter. And sort of like gestured to the book that you brought, saying, he's clearly been looking into this. And he has a sneaky suspicion that someone's still alive, but what if he asks what happened to everyone? I don't know what happened to my mum and dad. I just can't remember.
Okay. But all of that aside for one moment, your granddad,
Mm.
do you love him?
I do. I'm scared of him, but
And
I
do you
love
trust
him.
him?
I trust him to do the right thing.
Okay. If he's as wise and as powerful as you say he is, then surely he trusts you as well. To do the right thing, or to try to at least. And if you have that in common, there must be a way to make it work between the two of you. Find a way to work together.
Maybe. I mean, when he sees how much stronger I've got. And the family that I've now got around me, maybe he'll be. I mean, he adventured once upon a time. He served in the war. Well, he led the counter war, I guess. But maybe he'll understand having friends in a party can help you develop. Well,
it might be that he won't agree with all of the decisions you've made, but at the very least, he should understand that sometimes you have to make bad decisions and then live with the consequences.
That is true.
That's all in the future, though. We have to get out of here alive first.
That is true. And I need to finish burying some of these bones, and there's the remains of the dragon. I mean, the bones have gone, but I still want to give him burial, and the general deserves one too. Even because no one knows how much free will they actually had while they were fighting.
True.
So they deserve a good send off.
Wonder who he was when he was alive.
I don't know. I wonder who any of them were. I mean, how does sort of all of this happen? He was a powerful person, clearly. He was strong and he hurt a lot. How does someone like a dragon, how does a creature so noble get reduced to a mere mount? You know? I don't understand all this undead and bringing back and being in charge.
Me neither, but you could try asking the abbot. I'd do it myself, but I worry I wouldn't understand the explanation.
True. Well, I can't go down there at the moment. But at all. Just holds hand up. Scary monster. Ooh.
I could give you a hand if you want.
Yeah,
We almost
sure.
died out here. I'd like to get some explanation of why and to who.
Okay, well, after I've finished burying all the remains, then we can go over and ask.
Right then. Oh,
Okay.
and Mortar looked like he was lurking before I came over. You might want
He's-
to grab him at some point.
Prowling around here. Where are you?
I think I was actually helping bury some of the bones. I don't know if I was lurking, but I probably looked like I was.
You just see all the rest of the bodies have been buried in the time you've been talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mortar has like resting lurk face, unfortunately.
You can't even see it. That's how lurky I am. You can't even see it.
Okay. Oh. So, okay. Well, in that case, then I'll head over to Mortar. I will.
In all honesty, Mortar did give you guys space to have your conversation. He didn't want to eavesdrop, so he did move away. So he didn't hear anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'll move off and let them have their talk, and then
Do you suffer from resting lurk face?
Ah.
Local singles in your area with resting lurks. Mortar watches Vinny go, goes, everything good? It looks like a pretty intense conversation.
A cat or Vinny?
Oh, it's Cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he kind of just said not far off what you all said yesterday about
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
the
yeah.
creature and being in control. I'm just... Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I never get a read on that guy. Just something about him I just don't get. He's just he always seems like he's somewhere else. Like his brain is so deep in like some kind of puzzle or something, and it's like I look at him and it makes my head hurt because I can tell he's thinking so much that I wouldn't be able to take it. Like, you know, does anybody else have that vibe?
He's just that handsome.
He's
You know what? That might just be it.
a good guy.
Also, I've just got cravings. That's all.
Oh God!
I'm kidding.
Oh no!
Mortar starts foaming
Gotta
at
have
the
some
mouth.
horns.
No.
I feel like missing out.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Mortar's got needs, okay?
Oh no! But
we
yeah,
all-
well,
don't we
we
all?
were just talking about sort of like how creatures. Well, the last bit was how these creatures get so warped by magic. Like the dragon's
Just
noble,
plural.
and how
Oh, the
powerful the
dragons.
general was, for example. You know, what
Oh,
was
yeah,
he while he
sure.
was alive?
I mean, while I agree, it's interesting. Like, it's kind of irrelevant now, don't you think? Am I just being cynical, or
Well,
no? He
yes and no. I mean,
he is what he became, and we defeated him. Now he's in the ground.
well, everybody has a story to tell. I mean,
I suppose.
I'd love to know what the stories were. I'm gonna just go over to where we've buried the remains. I mean, if we died, surely we would want our stories to be told. Right?
I mean, I'm sure for some of us they make pretty good novels for sure. For others, it probably wouldn't be quite as good. Kat, I've got to be honest with you about something.
What have I
I'm
done?
trying to think of a. No, you haven't done anything. You're fine. It's just when we were in the woods, me and Romulus, while you and Romulus were talking, you said something, and I don't know if you heard it, but Mortar points at your arm and says, "It responded," and I heard it.
Oh. Did you tell her to shut up? Because I think we should do that from now on.
Mortar laughs. Guys, it's definitely a thing. However, this time something happened.
Are you okay?
I don't know. And I don't think you're going to be either. And that's not a threat from me. This isn't me trying to do any crazy, weird mojo magic shit right now. Like, I'm...
Just look at the pure
I'm
panic on her face as if, what's it
No.
doing?
Mortar actively like goes, no. Like, wrong idea. I think because I heard it, I don't know what happened, but I was drawn into your arm. And I saw something. And I think it's something you want to know, but I think it's going to hurt. But I think it's an answer to a question that you've been asking for a long time. But the fact that I'm going to be the one who tells you is probably going to be the biggest kick in the teeth you've ever received.
And you've had an apple shoved in your mouth.
And you've had an apple shoved in your mouth.
Okay. Right? I mean,
I know, we obviously said that I would always wait for your permission before we do any kind of mind stuff, before I intervene with any of that, and I feel like somehow I broke that by what happened, but it was 1 minute I heard it, the next thing I know, I was seeing things. I don't know if I intruded into it or if I was invited. But I was shown something. It was about your parents. I saw what happened to your parents. I was wondering if you wanted to know.
Holy shit.
You saw my mum and dad?
Some nods.
What happened to them?
Takes a breath. You're going to want to sit down. And Mortar sits next to one of the freshly dug graves. Pats the soil next to him.
Oh my word.
Let's sit on the grave. Let's find the biggest grave. Let's sit on the biggest grave, the largest soft soil we can find.
Mostly
Mortar is
snow
actively
and
sitting on
cold,
the
but
grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the snow. I meant. Yeah, like,
Okay.
it's. My words won't do it justice. I can show you what I saw. Would you like me to show you, or do you want me to tell you? This will change everything.
Okay. Oh, I would like to see, so at least understand.
Okay.
This cat sort of like, you could see her hands physically trembling. She runs her hand
So-
along Cychania, who just rests on your shoulder as she casts Detect Thoughts.
Mortar chooses to fail the saving throw and uses his own psionic powers to project into Cat's mind everything that he saw with no filter, nothing barred off, no, there is no attempt from Mortar to hide a single thing. He wants Cat to see everything from the worst parts of this, so she knows for a fact what happened once and for all to her parents.
Okay. So, I will say, for the purposes of this, Mortar, make me a charisma check. I'll say make it with advantage. This will just be for your psionic powers to manifest properly. You're basically looking for anything other than 2 natural ones. But the better it is, the more HD it is, effectively. Okay.
Oh, awesome. That's a 15 plus 3 is 18.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, Kat, you're going to see everything, and there are going to be details here that you either may or may not have noticed previously, but
Right, yeah.
things that you definitely see as a result of this. Hold on. Let me change the music real quick.
I think starts with Mortar and Cat. The vision suddenly blurs and almost everything turns black for a second before we find ourselves in an expansive meadow. It's a sunny day, it's beautiful out, not a cloud in the sky, picturesque. The view is serene, and Mortar and Cat manifest as they are in their normal forms. And we're currently looking at a house and a young cat running through this meadow. With Cychania. You look around 12 years old. The parents, your mother and father, they say something. And the picturesque scene which we're both involved in, almost, you feel a tremor. We both feel a tremor. Move our feet and look off to the side as there is a massive explosion in the distance. The parents, outside, they tell this little girl, this little cat, they say, Ellie, stay close. And I hand over to Chris for the gorier details.
You say you're going to hand over to me?
Yes.
Okay,
You can do this more justice than I can.
fair enough. As your parents lead you away through a portion of the village attempting to make an escape to somewhere, the three of you otherwise turn, seeing from Kat's perspective here, or from your perspectives over this scene, you watch as the three of them run a little ways before, a little bit off in the distance, a large mass of roiling dark flesh and oil like tar, with mouths and eyes coating the surface of it, long strings and strands pulling it along as it rolls, almost like it's on 100 legs as it pulls itself towards the three of you. Your mother otherwise casts a spell, creating a dome around her as the creature crashes into the outside of it and begins to channel another spell. Your father goes to comfort you, but you otherwise lift up Sychania, declaring that it can help. In that moment, you go to show it to your mum as your father is distracted for a moment, and in that moment, Sychania reaches out, and Ellie blacks out. Your perspective immediately changes to that of the creature. Hundreds of eyes looking down upon these forms inside of this dome. As you watch as Sychania tags onto your mother's arm, and in that moment her spell is interrupted. The dome fails, and the creature collapses on top of all three of you. The resounding crunch, crack, scream and tear of flesh and bone before silence, and the creature roils in that moment. Seconds past, a pulling sensation, and the vision pulls out with a young Ellie Fleethoof, otherwise lying in the center of this location. The spell detonated in the area, and her arm, chest, and back are missing, and replaced with the roiling mass that all of you know. Cat, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wonderful. That's a 14.
14.
Mortar, upon seeing Cat watching this, he runs his hand across the side of Black Scorpion, which he draws, and emblazes a rune into his hand, places it on Cat's shoulder, and says, "I'm going to fix this, but you need to watch." You can re-roll saving throw as I give Cat invigoration.
Okay. Okay, and you'll take the higher of the two.
14.
So 14.
Oh man.
You otherwise place your hand onto Kat's shoulder in an attempt to try and aid her in this moment. You watch as the arm, tiny tendrils of it begin to poke through the bandages, tearing their way out. You can hear the chattering of teeth, not just from her palm, but all the way up her arm. There is not necessarily a lack of control here, but you can sense that this is affecting Cat in quite possibly an irreversible way. You are otherwise not sure.
Swears under his breath, and he's going to try to snap Cat out of it. He just is the vision still playing, or is it just us now?
I'll say the vision is kind of rolling to a close. It's almost stopped on that still image of Cat lying there, just overturned earth surrounding her.
Mortar just steps in front, grabs Cat by the shoulders, places his forehead against hers, and says, "Come on, you can do this. You can work through this." You've been through so much already. Do not let this break you. I will not let this break you. You have a dad to go back to.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
And he will kill me if anything happens to you.
That's a 9.
9. You lose concentration of Detect Thoughts, which has a DC of 10, because Mortar is trying to break you out of it. In this moment, the Detect Thoughts ends, and you return to the world, sat in a grave, surrounded by snow. And as you sit there, you can feel your arm roiling. You almost twist your head in that moment, in almost an instinctual manner, not necessarily to click your neck, but almost as in like a subtle sense of satisfaction of the killing you had done the previous day.
Sorry, I thought this was the right choice. I thought you deserved to know. You okay?
Don't know. Cat's gonna run off into the woods. Just run off. Full pelt.
Mortar does not follow.
Mortar does.
He does not follow.
Okay.
But it does make him begin questioning what he discussed with Romulus about the truth and honesty and the look of hurt on Cat's face. He's going, the arm, the roiling, the pain, and he goes, rather be a liar than ever be so brutally honest that I break another friend. I think he just sits there just stunned, like he just unable to bring himself to think. He just sits there.
Okay.
I'm gonna run off. I'm gonna find a boulder or a thick tree, something solid, and let's just be honest here. She's just gonna keep casting elemental detonation at this tree. Just blow it up. Just destroy something. Try and vent some anger. Then, after she's done that, she could look down at Cychania. Like, you know, my mum, she may have had that. She died because of you. I don't hate you. I don't know. In a world that we're now living in, where sometimes we make the hard decisions to do the right decisions, I'm now faced with decisions where I have to choose people's souls to consume, to satiate a creature. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I have no idea. And you distracted her spell. She may have known what to do. She may not have. You may have killed her. You may have given me the opportunity to save her. I don't know. But I'm gonna look over at the tree that she'd blown to crap.
You can see it's covered with burning fire, melting acid. It's been shattered by sheer force of volume and sound. It's been destroyed.
Anger isn't gonna fix. gonna kind of like pull Cychania up to her face, like not gently, like pull it. I need to ask you, right here, right now. Are you willing to help me bring them back and fix this?
Romulus, some saving throw.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 13? 14. Oh, 14. My bad.
It's all 14s today.
No, I just realised 'cause I wrote it when I just looked at my character sheet. Our thing went up when we leveled up, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
it
yeah,
did.
it's
Yeah.
14. It's a
Four.
+3 to my wisdom.
14. Nice. You forget all the events that took place in the past 10 minutes as Modify Memory succeeds on you.
Motherfucker.
Oh!
Oh, I am going to destroy that thing.
Oh, I know, right? I know, right?
I am going to tear that thing to fucking pieces, dude. Oh my word.
You otherwise, in this moment, Kat, as your mind otherwise clarifies, you look down, you're kind of holding Cychania to your head, and then you look around and you can see that there's a tree that's been destroyed, and you consider, why did I do that? And then you remember Mortar telling you something distressing, something that you feel almost guilty for, and you needed to let off some steam. In that moment, you kind of shake your head and go, okay, I've come to my senses. I'm feeling better now. And you head back to the others.
I'll head back, and I mean, Mortar was still sitting there. I don't know how long his plan is in there for.
Mortar
But...
is,
Yeah.
Mortar is still there by the time you
Okay.
get back. He is
Then-
just like in his own head right now, like, okay, do I go after her right now? Do I leave her to some
Cat-
space? Like, what do I do?
Kat will put her hand on his shoulder. Hey. I'm sorry I've run off. You okay?
Stands up. He looks wary as shit right now. He looks at you and he goes, I should be asking that of you. You saw something. Cat, you literally watched your parents die. Why are you... What's going on?
Well,
What's happened to you?
yeah. But... that was so long ago. Like... why are we bringing this up now?
So puts his hands to his head and begins to go, did I fuck up? Did I mess with her brain? And then I think, based on the limited interaction Mortar noted with Cychania, the disruption of his mother's of the mother's spell, I think he looks at the Cychania, narrows his eyes and goes, "Oh, you didn't feel like having me air out your dirty laundry, did you?"
Dirty
Pen.
laundry? I mean, Chula can help with that.
Prepare my friend's mind now, or I will destroy you. Right here. This place, I will tear you link from link. I will sunder you. I don't care if it rims around the end of the world. Give her her mind back.
What's wrong with you? Why would you threaten Cychania?
Mortar points at that Cychania and says, that thing has been manipulating your mind. It doesn't want you to see that it killed your parents. It killed your mother. Do you not remember? Kat, do you not remember what happened?
Cat's literally fire on blade.
That's not how you remember it. You remember that that's not what Cychania did.
She didn't. Huh? She didn't. Why would she kill? No, she didn't kill my parents.
This thing is a liar.
The creature killed my parents.
It did not kill your parents, Kat. This thing did.
But the
Your
creatures
mother had it under control. She was powerful. She was able to hold the creature. And then this thing interfered. I don't know why, but it did. It cut off her spell. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's trying to cover this over in your mind. You need... Mortar draws his gun, and he is on the cusp of blowing Sychania to pieces. He doesn't level it at Sychania, he has it at his side, but his hand is trembling, and he is shaking. He is angry, he is concerned, he is scared for Cat, but he is going... It's just some joke. Tell me you're just messing with me. Tell me this. Tell me you remember.
I remember that the creature got free and it was attacking us. And then I remember waking up in the tower. That's... I'm not sure where you're getting Sychania killed them from. And the creature admitted it's got my mum and dad. Apparently it's gonna make me hate it more. But, you know.
Mortar's mind begins to circulate all of what his conversation with Romulus about honesty. They hurt. He remembers what he just said about I would rather be a liar. And then he's just witnessed what being a liar does to your friends. You remove that intrinsic part of who they are and replace it with a fantasy. I think Mortar is so conflicted in this moment. That he freezes before pointing his gun up in the air and firing 6 times, trying to alert every party member nearby to come to him right now.
Okay.
Because he is stuck. He is so taken and angry and wrathful right now. He wants to destroy Sychania for what it's doing to his friend.
This cat's backing up because she's seen he's getting angry and
He is.
doesn't have any understand why he's getting angry.
Mortar's eyes are beginning to flare with just purple psionic energy. It's sparking, almost like Cable from X-Men. It's just sparking out of both eyes, despite the fact he's wearing goggles. He is just glaring at Sychania, and he is trembling.
Obviously, if I hear anything, I'm heading out.
Mhm.
Yep.
Here's what I'll,
6 shots in the air.
here's what I'll say.
6
The
shots in the
6 shots go off. All of you hear this, the kind of what sounds to be like the emerging sounds of combat, and you all kind of prepare and rush out. The scholars who are inside rush down below, and they otherwise get to the safe house, closing the door and going to await your return. As you all rush outside, I think that would be a good time for us to take a break before we continue.
Okay.
Yes,
So
please.
after that-
I need to drink. My mouth is so dry.
Yeah, need a drink.
Yeah, I need a
Also-
drink.
Chania being a fuck. It's it's not fun.
Huh?
I had half, Dan the player has half a mind to literally just start shooting Sychania, but I think...
Yeah, that does not end great
It's
for anyone.
It will not end great for anyone, which is why Mortar's going, I need the party to win. Like this, I can't make a decision without this becoming a total clusterfuck.
BRB.
Alright, I'm going to be right back.
Fuck me. Cool. Well, Cat knew for all of a minute what actually happened. That's cool.
It was a whole minute.
Progress,
That's...
Yeah.
You need to stop talking to that fucking Shane.
I just need to get good at saves is what I need to do. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Phew.
You just can't escape the trauma, can you?
I can. Modify memory helps me escape
Well,
it. I don't remember
Okay.
any of it.
Trauma? What trauma?
I have this wonderful trick called repression.
Oh, I like to just poor Mortar. Can I just imagine sitting there, sort of like almost himself traumatized that he's done this, and then Cat just comes skipping on back. You're right there. So
I'm full of repression.
Oh, okay.
it's like
Alright.
what? Smile on the face. The world is a great place right now. She's feeling braver than she ever has done.
Yeah,
And
I'm
she
back.
did blow a tree up. Poor tree.
Oh my word. Jamie, you're right, by the way, mate.
Yeah, God, it's quite the roller coaster ride.
You're telling me.
Oh, man. It dawned on me that it's the following day, so I could have used Tides of Chaos to re-roll that dice.
In all fairness, it was a very
I mean,
cool,
Chris might let you try a give it a go now type thing
Maybe.
to try and break back out of it.
Mm.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, my hand's genuinely shaking after that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, dude.
Welcome.
Genuinely heartbreaking. Genuinely heartbreaking.
I was just saying,
Not at all.
it dawned on me that it's another day, so I could have used Tides of Chaos to re-roll.
I mean, thematically, maybe when Mortar's trying to almost like break through, it could be like, maybe you make another roll there. But it's up to Chris, I guess. On the bright side, if I prompt it hard enough, or something else happens, maybe you'll be able to roll.
I'll say we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see what happens, and we'll treat a consumption of the Tides of Chaos as you getting a bonus re-roll, as Modify Memory can only really be made a save once per 30 days.
Oh,
So,
God!
as it currently...
The only way I can see nullifying that is if I show you again. Is if I try to brute force that in.
I mean,
That's the only way I
Titania
can see
can only
that.
modify memory so many times, right?
Well, I mean, it's an all-powerful thing that's able to imprison like a creature from the Elder universe or whatever. So, yeah, sure. I think it can do it once a day.
Run out of battery power.
Oh
Mhm.
no,
For
this is
sure,
going to
for
become
sure.
Cat's version of Groundhog Day.
reliving
God.
it over and over again. Oh yeah, and then she breaks the Modify Memory and all of it comes flowing back. Seeing the scene over and over and over again. Like
I was just constantly repeating in her head as she suddenly loses all will to go on. Just that's it, party. Bye bye. I'm sorry.
Feels like so many filler episodes in Star Trek series, just going round in circle and circle and circle. Oh, by the way, you're about to meet a Damian who has responsibility. So just a heads up, this might get a bit intense, but yeah, it's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Just what we need in this moment. More
Isn't he
intensity.
now in charge?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Never met Damian in an actual mode of responsible for something, really. If you understand what I'm meaning.
I can't wait to be force fed a ton of apples.
Oh, no, it's already happened. we ate those previously because Romulus cooked them up.
Oh, my
Very
word.
good.
Okay, are we missing anyone? Simon, you back? Harlan, you back?
I'm here. I'm here.
We're missing
Present.
Simon.
Okay,
Yeah.
just waiting for Simon by the looks of it.
Yeah, just casually opens the trap door, yells down, "Do you have any apples?" just goes up to the arrow slit on the first floor of the tower and just starts lobbing arrows at the rest of
Literally
the
stand over the graves of the like enemies we've just dug, and you start going, "Do you have any apples?"
Oh my word.
Chris, for the sake of spell point consumption, how many elemental detonations do you reckon it would be to blow up a tree that thick? And destroy it to the point I did.
It depends on the level.
Roll me 4d6.
It would have just been the bog standard, because I wouldn't have put it in my charm or anything.
Oh god.
Because it was a
I
rage
see.
field exploding.
Oh, so it's not an actual spell; it's like a rune.
No, so normally I put it into a rune, but because Cat wouldn't have thought about putting a rune, she would have just vomited spells at this tree.
Roll me 3 more.
Gotcha. Okay.
3 more.
Back, sorry.
It takes you 7 castings worth, which would be 7 times 5, so that would be 35 spell points.
Sweet. Okay, I got 25 left.
Okay.
Oh.
Roll me for wild magic here.
23.
Oh yeah.
Roll me that many wild magics, please.
Oh, please fireball the hell out of things.
Just add to the intensity. Really stoke those flames.
There's a 1.
There's 2 activations.
And a
One
2.
on. Oh no. Yeah. 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, roll me 2d100s,
one.
one after another, but wait until I've said what each one does, because order might matter.
Oh my
3.
god.
This is 3rd level with no modifier. Number 3. Okay.
I will say, just if it helps, Mortar is currently 10 feet from Cat. There is a 10-foot distance.
Oh, this is when she was
But
blowing
he's
up the
still
tree,
close
so
to
she's
us.
hundreds of
Yeah.
feet from you when this
Oh,
is happening.
sorry. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
right.
fine.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, 3. You notice no change. Roll again.
Very good.
You could see invisible creatures for a minute.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Oh. Ah. Give me a mo.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I mean, look,
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
It's 13. It was always going to be an unlucky
a
one.
wisdom
deliberately.
saving throw.
Well, it's-
Okay.
Dex for fireball, so it can't
DC
go
is your own spell save DC, which I believe is 17.
13. No, I'm not making my own DC there.
Okay, roll me a D10.
Oh, Christ. What have
Oh
you
boy.
done?
Okay.
What is this?
What have you done?
D10. Okay. 7.
Okay. Roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh god,
Okay.
it's getting worse!
Roll me another D10.
Oh, come on!
No.
5.
Diabolical.
Okay, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. No way. No way.
Roll me another
Oh,
D10.
come on!
I'm consistent.
Okay, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, just how many times Cat's gonna explode? I mean, what do I do about this?
Oh!
You
I
can
don't
Tides of
like that
Chaos.
No. What's the point? I failed enough.
Okay. Roll me another D10.
Oh my word.
D10. 3.
Okay, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, we're doing the middle dice because the first one sucks. Okay, 14.
No, it's your own spell save DC, which I believe is
Oh,
17.
come on. Okay.
So roll me another
This is
D10.
so stressful.
When need to worry about this.
2? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be rolling for initiative.
Go ahead and roll me another
Yeah,
wisdom saving
for
throw.
sure.
Okay, you
Yeah.
succeed.
There we go. I beat my
So-
DC.
After casting all of those fireballs in a moment of anger, alone in the woods, you self-cast confusion on yourself, run at the tree, and begin beating it to hell. Your knuckles are bruised and bleeding. As for a good 30 seconds to 40 seconds, you're just punching this tree over and over again. Intermittent bursts of pain and shock begin to affect you, but you keep pummeling until eventually your knuckles are like bleeding and it's getting cold, and you kind of hold your hands in that moment before the sequence then plays out with you and Sychania. You take no damage, but
Somehow.
That's amazing.
narratively, that's what happens.
Okay.
So what were the D10s for? Question mark?
The confusion effect.
Fusion spell.
So basically, you were
Oh.
so in this instance, because you didn't roll any 9, 10, or 1, you didn't have anything else that would happen. So for the most part, you were just either not acting, or you were punching the tree because it was the closest quote-unquote creature within range.
I really had beef with that tree.
You did. So
You did.
that's
You
what.
showed it lost.
So that's how I flavored the confusion.
Okay, cool.
So no, it's not the number of purple worms that are going to show up this session. That would be funny though. Wild magic.
Oh,
21 purple worms emerge from the floor.
Oh
You
no!
are
But they're
currently
all-
dancing- you're
but they're
currently
all
dancing, you
illusions.
scout.
My days.
Okay. Okay. Also, I'd like you to make me one more roll for me, please, because I forgot to do this one for the detect thoughts. Oh no, that's using Sychania,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, noted. So you wouldn't have needed to roll for that, so it doesn't matter.
Cool. I have one more detect. We'll check.
Oh, you all back?
No, I've
Yeah.
got 2 more detect thoughts for 1 calm emotion.
Okay. All right, Simon's back. So, as all of you hear the sound of gunshot, you all run kind of to the edge of the wall or out of the tower and across the rubble that you've only partially cleared, and you see Mortar standing there, a gun just pointing into the air like a Tron pose, like the old Tron film pose,
Yeah,
and
for
just
sure.
standing there,
For sure.
heavily breathing as he lowers his gun and is currently staring daggers at what most of you assume is Cat,
Whose knuckles bleeding
whose knuckles are currently bleeding
violently.
as she's standing there looking very worried.
Okay, can I make an insight check to just sort of like get an idea of what
Yeah.
the fuck's going on?
Same here, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Mortar isn't bleeding as far as we know.
No,
Also, it's not bleeding.
And doesn't have any blood on him, so it's not like
no. It's not like he
He's
seems to have
shaking
been the
with
one
rage.
to do it, yeah. Okay.
Insight.
that's sad.
Okay, so 15.
15. So, Damian, you are fairly
15
certain
here.
so both of you are fairly certain you've seen injuries like this before. Cat's knuckles is self-inflicted from presumably punching something quite hard and doing it until she was injured to a point that she stopped. Mortar, on the other hand, seems very distressed. You get the sense that he did those gunshots to alert you and bring you all here.
Right.
And potentially any other
Um,
creatures that might be in the area.
Or close enough to Mortar, you would hear him kind of murmuring under his breath, as if almost kind of in like a trance-like state of just rage. He's saying, "I'm gonna kill him, tear it to pieces."
What?
Okay,
What's going on
right.
here?
We're
I
going to
don't-
sort this out. You two step back from each other, please.
No,
Cat
I'm
is
not moving.
stepping
Cat,
back.
put Sychania on the ground. Put it on the ground now.
You're not having her. No chance.
I don't want her. I'm going to destroy her.
You have to get through me first.
Mortar levels his gun at
I'm-
Sychania, not at Cat,
Okay.
trying to point at Sychania.
Both of you, calm down. What the hell is going on here?
So
This thing is
About-
brainwashing her. This thing is
about
brainwashing.
30 feet away, I cast Moonbeam to get everyone's attention.
Okay, so as all this is taking place, There's shouting, there's screaming, there's pointing of the guns. There's just this brrr of this moonbeam shooting down, not from a distance. You all turn your attention to it, and all of you are suddenly looking at Damian as he's just standing there with this menacing moonbeam behind him.
Ooh.
I'll say roll me an intimidation check just for the hell of it. And I'll say with advantage because that's a cool scene.
He rolls 2 1s and falls over. I'm just gonna laugh.
You got it.
He takes a step forward, slips up on some ice. Wait.
Oh, 2 10s.
2 10s plus.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's only an 11.
An 11. Okay. I will say none of you are scared because it's Damian. But there is this menacing moment where Romulus, a single tear rolls down your cheek of like, I'm so proud. And then it freezes, falls off, and no one notices. Alright.
God, I love that man.
Will everyone calm down? What is happening here?
Right, you guys get inside these walls now. I'm keeping watch because I've got no idea what you might have alerted nearby, and then you can resolve your differences behind the safety of the wall. And then looks at everyone else.
This isn't to do with
Okay,
our
someone else
this isn't
going
to do
on
with our
watch.
differences. This isn't to do with the differences. This is to do with this thing messing with our friend's brain. It's rewriting her memories.
Regardless of what's
Let's
going
get inside
on, you
for now.
get in
and
because you
talk
could have
about
alerted
this.
anyone or everything. I'm responsible for this outpost, and you put it in danger. I don't know what the problem is, but you resolve it behind the walls now.
Do
I'm
as he
on
says.
top of the gatehouse.
We
One
are,
of the towers.
we are sorting this like adults. I will say, Mortar, I trust you. So, but please let us talk and work out what is going on first before we act.
Mortar is just shaking. He, as someone, Romulus, who harnesses their rage in a way that's very beneficial, Mortar is not used to feeling this much rage, and he is practically immobile. He is just down. He's like rooted to the spot. He is shaking with rage.
Cat, clearly Mortar, something has happened that is upsetting and scary for Mortar. I know you care about Sicania, but something has happened here and you need to acknowledge that. We need to talk about what's going on, find out what has happened, and work out a way where we deal with this without any misunderstandings or any accidents. Can we agree to talk about this?
I'm happy to talk. I don't understand. They just accused Sicania of killing my family. I don't.
Who's nearby
I'm
at the
gonna
moment?
start.
Sorry?
Romulus
Damian's
would have
on
gone
the wall.
out.
Romulus has gone out.
Romulus definitely went out. It's
Vinny
Romulus,
doesn't
come
go
on.
down as well.
Vinny's gone out. Kirv, would you have gone outside as well?
Yes.
Okay. I would like everybody who isn't Damian to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Ooh.
You can choose to resist or you can choose to let it happen.
Does it feel like the effect is from Damian?
No.
Okay. Oof. That
Do you
was
want me to
really
make
good.
one?
Yes, please.
Cool.
24.
My
Okay.
charisma sucks, but
Main
that's
character path.
6.
13.
Sorry, not a 6. That's 9, I think.
Okay.
I think. Hold on, let me
Romulus?
just double check.
Apologies.
That's right.
10.
Charisma
Sorry,
save,
10.
you said.
Charisma save, yeah.
I basically need a 20.
22 from me.
That is an 8 from me.
Okay. So Vinny and Kirv, you're unaffected by this. The rest of you other three are affected by calm emotions. In this moment, your rage subsides, Mortar. And Cat, your fear of Mortar and almost this uncomfortableness begins to ebb and fade away as well.
Who cast the spell?
Sicania.
Sicania, clearly.
Do I need to mark that off on the spell usage?
Yes, you
on her?
do.
Okay.
Okay, so
Um,
would we like actively be able to recognize that that spell has now happened?
Yeah, you see almost this wave emanate from Sychania, and all of you kind of go to resist it, probably with the exception of Kat, because she's familiar with it. But as this wave kind of ebbs outwards, Mortar, you relax. Your body's no longer tense or shaking. You feel not necessarily this clarity, but almost there is this absence of something where it was filled with rage and hate. It is now there, but it has been smothered like a fire has had something put over the top of it.
I think the strange thing is that Mortar, in giving clarity, while still having that, he no longer has the barrier of his rage keeping him still.
Mhm.
And he remembers everything, because calm emotions doesn't manipulate your mind or anything,
No.
it just calms you.
It calms you, it removes the
Mortar-
negative stuff, yeah.
Just looks at Sychania and nods. And then just walks inside and just waits for everyone to follow.
That lasts for a minute, doesn't it?
It lasts for a minute, but the effects of it doesn't, like, once it ends, the characters immediately become angry again. It lasts for a minute because it protects against Charmed and Frightened.
The vibe you're probably getting from Mortar at the minute in terms of it's no longer anger, it's like the opposite. It's like ice cold logic. It's almost murderous in its intent. But it's clarity.
Just logic.
He's not wrathful or rage, it's just he knows what he needs to do.
Kind of the opposite of what Sychania wanted.
Yeah.
I'm completely calm, but I know what's just happened, and I know what I need to do.
So hang on, you going in through the ruined gate?
I'm going into the place that Damian told us to go.
Yeah.
So
we're
inside the walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all
Yes,
gonna
I'm going inside the wall for sure.
Yeah.
Whoever's last to
Mhm.
go back in, which I'm assuming is probably one of the other two, Vinny or Kirv, I will ask whoever coming in last to go and sort of open the trapdoor and call down, "It's all okay. There's not an attack."
The two that can't go down the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Vinny can.
Oh, great.
I can go
Oh,
down.
Vinny can, yeah.
Oh,
You.
yeah, it's just Curve.
So yeah, I suppose for narrative purposes, if it was Kirv who was coming in last, obviously Kirv would say, "I can't," and Vinny would do it.
I don't think she sound like that.
We can't do it! Ah!
I can't do it, Damian.
As the main character,
boss,
I
can't do
buy
it.
on this one.
Idiot.
Can't do it, boss. Can't get down there. I ain't got wings.
Yeah, this is a side mission. I'm too good for that.
I'll pop open the trapdoor then. Everyone okay down there?
Yeah. Everything alright up there?
Yeah, seems like a false alarm. Damian's keeping an eye out, but you should be fine.
Thank you.
Anyone want a cup of tea?
I like to think that you're just boots of speed, nyum nyum, both. And you're just. Party didn't miss you for a few seconds.
Vinny's on the zoomies.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't mean for Vinny to turn into the fucking Flash, but I guess that's.
For sure, dude. So when's Vinny going to be able to throw lightning from his trail that he leaves behind him?
Isn't that more Zoom-like?
To be fair, I think
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can. I think you could learn that
They
spell.
both do it.
I believe you can learn that spell, Vinny. So it'd be viable.
Pretty sick flavor.
Yeah. What, like lightning bolt?
No, the
No, Thunderstep or
Thunderstep.
whatever. it is.
no, the new one from Fizzbands that allows you to leave
Oh,
a
a
trail. of-
Shardlon Stride?
Yeah, but we can flavour it as lightning.
That'd be kind of cool.
If it works off your movement speed, that's going to be nuts with boots of speed. But if it doesn't, then that's a shame because that's missed out potential. because I like the idea of turning the I can go at the speed of sound build and then attaching it as another stride onto it.
It's a very good idea.
No, it does work off your movement speed. Oh, it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks and increase your movement speed by 20 feet. Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh wow!
Very good.
Bards
So that
can't.
means Vinny could also
Bards
bonus
can't
action
learn
action
it, so
for
he'd
that.
need to have. He'd need to have 10th level in order to get his magical secrets.
Can we, at what point does Vinny just become a sonic boom?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I now want to make a character based entirely around this spell because it sounds funny. Anyway,
Zooms.
that's beside the point.
Vinny, Damian. Damian will be just left standing on top of that gatehouse.
Okay.
You can watch.
Make me a perception check in case anything does show up.
Another
Wow.
white dragon turns up, but Damian rolled a nat 1. Go outside and you find a pile of white dust. As Damian got killed by an accident involving a
Cocaine.
no.
On the bright side, Paladin ashes, fantastic spell components.
Oh, will nat 20 help?
Nat 20. Yes, it will. You do in fact see a creature. You note that not far from the woods where Cat and Mortar were standing, you see this almost very tall, lithe figure just staring out. At first you think it's a Noctarch, and you immediately kind of draw your weapon and begin to prepare, before you watch as it kind of hunches, gives a short nod to you, and then turns and leaves. Kind of this long, lithe figure taking kind of long strides. And we're talking about maybe 13 foot tall. It's kind of this long, lithe, dark figure. I'll say with a natural 20, you also see what looks to be kind of this crown of bone that almost comes off of a slightly pointed face. You can see kind of these deep-set, dark red eyes as it otherwise looks back at you. And the long arms seem to reach roughly to its knees despite its size. It is very disproportional as it kind of slinks away in long strides.
Okay, I wish to make. Okay, this is where I now got to think about this.
This would be a nature check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was
or a
wondering
religion
nature
check
or
of your
arcana.
choice.
Ooh. Oh, they're exactly the same. Okay, I'll have a think about which of the two I want to flavor. Do I want to harness my inner Lloyd, or
We'll see. Don't know what he's doing in there, but oh well.
you know what? I'm going to go with a religion check. That's a 14.
14. You think back to what this is, and you're a bit hazy and you can't remember what they're called, but you know that there are guardians of the forest, that they tend to work in tandem with paladins and knightly figures, typically to defend the forest and actively fight on the side of good people. You get a sense that it has been disturbed and drawn to this place. It arrived, saw what was happening, and may have given a nod to you before leaving. In terms of how powerful these creatures are, you don't remember the names of them, but you know that armies have been stopped by multiples of these creatures, as they have the ability to call upon the trees to awaken and fight at their will.
Ah, well, there's one less tree in nature at the moment.
Good job, sending their ranks.
Oh my goodness. So, we've had references to at least two. Oh god, no. Okay. Has become a lumberjack.
No, stop it. Their roots run deep, my lord.
I'm a lumberjack and I know.
I know. Oh no. Why?
Enough references. You're all standing outside, kind of within the walls, as you've all had this effect. What is everybody doing, and where are we going from here?
I mean, I'm going in because as much as I have been whammied, and I know to a degree I've been whammied, I know what Cychania has done this before.
Cat's like, okay, that calmed everything down. I don't really know what's going on.
Right. Well, let's follow Mortar and have a discussion about this and work out what exactly is going on.
Okay.
God,
Damian
could I just
is...
have one fucking day?
I've got this image of Damian just casually sat on the wall, and then behind him he will just suddenly get like catapulted into the forest in about 5 minutes' time as the tower just explodes.
You'll be fine.
Damian's like, I guess that conversation didn't go down very well.
Mortar is in the fireball that's being like thrown as well.
That is a
There's
point.
just a
Damian
smoke
will
trail.
at least be thanking his lucky stars that he wasn't the one who got fireballed by Cat first.
Mortar's just standing there. He's no longer shaking, but he is dead still, and he's still staring at Cychania.
Alright. Now that we're all a little bit settled, what is going on? Calmly, let's run through this. I want to know what's going on, what caused this. Because it doesn't feel... We don't know what's going on, and that is quite scary.
What's wrong, Mortar? What's happened? Are you okay? And she's gonna put Cychania behind her back, just to try and make eye contact with him.
As soon as you put Cychania behind your back, Mortar looks at you.
What?
And then looks at Romulus and says, "We had a conversation about honesty.
Mm.
Didn't go very well.
Right.
And I've met another liar."
Okay, bring it back like half a notch on the whole horror movie little girl vibes.
I don't think I can do that.
Right, you're angry at Cychania. What has Cychania done to earn your anger?
They've manipulated my friend's mind over and over again.
I'm going to
doesn't feel
slow
very
head
honest.
turn to Cychania.
Who's
So,
behind Cat's
Who's
back?
behind Cat's back? Cat, I'll say with this kind of calmer situation, I will allow you to use your reroll now for the
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, chaos magic thingy.
The Tides of Chaos.
Tides of
Tides of
Chaos,
Chaos.
that's the one.
Okay.
You know it, you love it.
Come on. Good roll.
Come on, big roll.
Come on. I just have one.
Big roll,
one.
come on.
Yes, that's a 20.
Woo!
Okay.
Not enough. Cychania's better than that.
I'm gonna let you decide. Does this succeed or not, Jamie? Because here's how it is. The DC is 21. But I will allow you to... Wait, no, you got a 21, didn't you? Because you have a +4 now.
3. It was a 2 plus. Originally. Oh, hang on. No, originally I thought it was a +2, but it's actually a +3, so it is a 20.
Wait, so you have... Oh, yeah, you have a +3. Okay, so I will let you choose. Do you wish to succeed or not?
Well, isn't Damian in the room with us now?
No.
Damian's
No, he's
on the
on the wall
gatehouse.
still.
Up on the wall.
Ah,
I'm keeping watch. I am outside. I'm leaving you guys to deal with this crap. I'm
Worth a
taking
try.
responsibility
No,
for everyone else.
we're outside. We're not inside, are we? I
You're...
thought we've
No,
literally
you
come
all
in.
went inside.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with, considering how adamant and how this isn't making sense. Why is he suddenly just angry at Cychania? Why is Romulus looking suspiciously? Is there something Cat's missing? I'm gonna go with yes. She's gonna question it and
1,
push.
2, 3, 4.
5 bodies made.
Nope. 1, 2, 3. As Cat, there's this moment of. Actually, hold on. No, due to the wording of how this would work, never mind. I'm gonna double check this. Hold fast.
Concern.
Maybe it is 5 bodies made.
It does help to not be a super vending machine repairman.
Does anybody else have the ability to read minds and cats?
Not what I'm aware of.
I think I can read minds.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Also, I will turn to Kirv and say, can you read my mind?
Not sure I want to.
I would be inclined to trust him right now.
Main character plot up.
For once in your fucking life, do something that's not self-serving for a change. And then Mortar, so it's almost like the calm emotions almost bubbles and then simmers down and is repressed once again. This will settle. Do it, and this is over. Destroy Cychania, and then we can move on.
Oh, as long as I don't see any other fucked up shit in your brain, okay?
Oh,
I'll do my best to avoid that.
Okay, due to the wording of this, Cat, I want you to roll me a d4.
D4.
This is how many rounds of confusion Cat's about to go through.
Nope.
Ah, that's
4. Okay. Okay. I left it to chance, and this is what happens. So, in that moment, as you begin to unravel and begin to understand the modify memory, it all begins to unravel. Not just this one, all of them. In this moment,
oh shit.
in this moment, the 4 times modify memory has been cast at key moments, you see yourself in this moment being taken over and killing Shadowcloak. You see yourself being taken over and killing 2 individuals. You see Corsair, and you see the Genasi, who I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Branson.
Not important.
Branson. You then see this moment of you handing Cychania to your mother and it killing your parents and part of you. You are now stage 5 broken. You skip stages 2, 3, and 4.
Oh god!
But you gain the benefit of their effect. I now need you to make a charisma saving throw to not transform. As a general note, you get a +1 to this because you're on stage 5.
Damian!
Guys, change the plan. Don't come up.
They're just like climbing up. They see you all come in. They just see Cat bubbling, and they're like, "Nope." They turn around to walk back in.
14.
Okay, 14. You transform.
Oh, God.
Great.
Now, are you going to choose which form you wish to take, or are you rolling?
I mean, Cat's not got any control in this. She's just mentally been bombarded with everything.
Okay, roll me a d6. We'll see what happens.
Good lord. Why?
that's Form 2. Remind me, which you know which one is which? I'm just trying to find my monsters here.
I think, because that's the long range one, and then the short range was Form 3, I believe.
I believe
That's
so.
what I've got written here.
Okay, so I'm screwed, but the rest of you guys are fine.
Okay, I'm trying to find their stat block real quick. It's either further up or I've put it in a separate document and I cannot remember where I put it.
Chris, quickly, how fast does this happen? Is it like an instantaneous
This is an
transform, or is there, like,
instantaneous
a-
transformation. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. No worries then.
This will probably be in this might actually be in campaign 2 bosses and villains. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. The rest of you watch as in this moment Cat begins to shift and writhe. You watch as her flesh begins to twist, and you watch as what is from the arm spreads up through her body, around her neck and across her face, and you watch as these wings sprout from her back and then break off, almost turning to sludge as they hit the ground before she rises into the air. I would like everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Everyone inside the dome right now.
Not everybody can go inside the dome.
Well then, tough shit.
You're one of
do
them.
we want to point out
I
where
know.
everybody actually is?
Dude,
know
I
where
deserve
am.
this. I
Okay,
deserve
Damian,
this.
you are on the upper level of here. You're probably
Yeah,
keeping
I
watch
will be
from
there.
there.
That's exactly where I am.
We'd have, I'd say, Cat would probably be over here, nervous about all this. I'd then probably say Mortar's sat down. Romulus is in between them. I'd say
Mortar was
Romulus is leaning
standing.
up here. I'd say Vinny, you were kind of away from all this, so I'll
sorry,
say you're
BRB.
closer to the door. Actually, no, because Vinny, you are here. Okay, you're underneath the stairs there, and I'll say Kirv, you're at the back here.
Sitting down, chilling.
Yep, sitting down and chilling
Not for
as
long.
this takes place. Yeah, not for long. Ooh, this could get interesting.
So can I just double check? Is this a summoned thing or is this cat?
This is
transformed?
Cat.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh no. Okay.
Cinder's in here too.
Cinder's in here too. Cat. This is a general note. I'm going to tell you that the improvements that this will give you. Because the form technically will have improved by this.
Oh.
So I will just tell you the quick improvements that you will get from this.
Okay. Is this in message or?
Yep.
Okay.
You get that, and you have that.
Just so that I can write this into my notes, could you just run quickly through the sequence of events that have occurred inside
Yeah.
the tower?
In this
So I
moment,
know the conversation occurred.
you watch so as you're standing outside, you see this creature as it begins to slink away. You watch as it turns almost.
Oh, I'm not talking about the creature. I'm talking about the bits that just led up to the transformation.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't quite
that's
counted
fine.
that
The
now.
creature's part of this now. As the
Oh, I know.
as the creature is far off, you watch as it stops in its tracks,
Oh, I
turns
see.
and begins to run its hands along a number of the trees, which you watch roots begin to uproot and they begin to stand up straight. In this moment, you are immediately alerted with this sudden, heavy, fiendish and aberrational presence behind you. As you turn and you hear kind of what was shouting a little bit of, now turns to this twisting, snapping of bone and tearing of flesh. As you look back down through the doorway with a natural 20 and you watch as Cat's form is torn asunder into a new form. The back half of Cat's horse body falls away and begins to crumple inside, spilling out onto the floor as her body rises up into this new twisted form of a gaze storm abomination.
Do you have the art for it? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't finished, so I didn't upload it because I think it still
Okay.
needed the shading.
It does still need the shading. I'll post it in the group chat so you can
Yeah.
all see the wonder of what you're about to experience. Have fun, by the way.
So,
Oh,
Look at that
okay,
thing.
that's going to be fun. So
That is
the
some very old one
conversation-
shit.
the conversation went
No,
on
we'll
for a
use
little bit,
this. We'll
and
use
then
the
what
small
was the What was the trigger for the transformation? That's what I'm trying to write down in my notes.
Cat succeeded on.
succeeded a save
The
on her
modify
modify memory.
memory.
And
Ah,
all of the
okay, gotcha.
memories that
And then
were
all the-
previously there tore free in that moment.
Yeah.
As a general
And
note,
then
this is
obviously-
only a medium-sized creature. But it is
Oh.
currently hovering 10 feet off of the ground,
Outside or inside? Sorry.
inside. If you remember, the roof in here is about 15 foot high, so it's basically
Oh, okay, yeah.
up against the roof, almost there in that moment. It's not liking the cramped space, but
Do we need to make a save for when it's summoned? Like, does it have like an aura effect?
we'll get to that in a moment. I don't believe it does. No, it doesn't, no.
Okay, no worries.
No, this form doesn't. The other two do, but this one doesn't. Okay, so let's take this from the top. 25 to 20. And Kat, did you roll using the dexterity of the Gaze Storm?
No, I'm about to.
Okay, let me quickly copy over.
Dex. So is it just a Dex modifier added?
Yes.
to your roll? Okay.
So 25 to
And
20. Anyone?
Either way, that was a 26 for me.
Nice.
Nice.
19 over here.
19. So 20 to 15.
Well, 19.
15 to 10.
10.
10 to 5.
9.
6.
Oh, we've done bad.
Don't sound so surprised. You know
Wait,
we're shit
did you
at
wait,
these.
Damien? Did you say 9 or 8?
9.
You said
And Kirv
9,
is
so
8.
Kirv is 8. Okay.
Yep.
And now I need to roll for the. Okay, it rolled very good. Okay.
Of course it fucking did.
Well, that makes a lot of thematical sense because I'm about to watch it start running in probably, and then Damien's going to be like, "Wait, what? You were nodding at me a second ago." Ah!
Yeah, no, that's very true. Alright. Okay. So, Vinny, top of the round, you watch as this thing now hovering 10 feet above you, out of good range for you to be able to take easy strikes. You look up at it as the individuals who are about to leave head back down. You kind of, as they do, you step on the trapdoor, closing it, and pull your blades out to either side as Cat has transformed.
Yeah, push the trapdoor shut with my foot and then like stomp on it hard. Whatever you do, don't come back up.
Okay.
The idea that they've just been told, oh yeah, everything's okay, and then just a moment later, just do not, for the love of anything, come back up.
And they're like, okay,
Everything
fine.
is not okay. Everything is not okay.
We get it.
We're all screwed.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry, guys.
what would you like to do? What do you mean you're sorry? You had no idea this was going to happen.
Nah, but you know.
This isn't your fault. Don't blame yourself by any means.
You know who you should blame?
Me.
Chris. There we go, yeah.
I will take the blame because I put you in
Okay.
these situations because it's character developing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Character developing, he says.
Yeah. It's character developing. So Vinny, you're up.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to cast Fairy Fire on this thing.
Okay. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I
DC
bel-
just went up because
note its saving throw because it gets a
Yep,
saving throw
I'm
bonus,
looking.
and then the ability it has as well.
Ability.
Yep, look a little bit down.
Oh right, as advantage. Oh, okay. Okay. Right. This
Okay,
is
I'm
plus
gonna
7.
I'm gonna use a subtile for the other thing. I'm just gonna use a Noctarch for it because I haven't got the art for it.
It's a 15.
It's a 15.
Okay.
Mhm.
DC's gone up to 16 because of the level up, so that fails.
You rolled it with a. What did you roll?
That's with advantage. 8 and a 6.
Six. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling bad, so you lot have got quite lucky.
Look at the instinct abilities.
What's the Noctarch doing here?
It's
Uh,
a subtile for the keeper.
Oh, I see. I was about to say. I was like,
Yes, a Nocturne.
For revenge.
Okay, all right then. Yeah, I'll be burning. Have I? Is the instinct still the same, despite the fact my crap?
Yeah, your instinct is 7, and
Cool.
so you can just use it now.
Okay, all right then. I'll be using the top one.
Okay. So
And-
you watch as Vinny, the fairy fire clings to it in that moment before the fairy fire begins to almost slide off and fall to the ground, as
Yeah.
it seems to automatically succeed a save that it has failed.
Okay. Yeah, Vinny, like, with his blades held aloft, seems to like scrape the scimitar against the short sword, causing a shower of sparks to fly up, and so many multipliers like fly through the air and try to adhere to this thing, but can't quite get any purchase. Right, that's my action. And as a bonus action, I'm going to Bardic Inspiration Romulus.
nice.
As seeing the spell not quite succeeding, I turn to him. You know the deal by now. Cat can fight this, but she needs our help. You've
I
got
hope
this.
so, but I think this one might be harder than before. But let's do this.
Don't worry. So are we.
We're harder than before? Well, it really is the horny club.
Oh yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah. Right. Yes, you have a Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you kindly. I highly appreciate it.
Right. I'm gonna back up
Is it a D6 or a D8?
D8.
D8.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Where does the dome start, by the way, Chris?
Dome starts at the top of the staircase on the 2nd floor. So you go up 1 floor, and then you can I'll use her as an example. So you can go up the stairs, and that will bring you out here. And then you can go up these stairs, but when you get to this tile here, you cannot go any further if you are Mortar, Kirv, or Cat.
It does deal force damage to when you try to go through it, if you're not allowed.
If you run at it, yeah.
Awesome.
If
Don't
you
run at it.
or if you teleport
Oh
into
no,
it,
I can't
yes.
afford to lose any hope. I can't afford to lose any HP.
Okay, Cat, do you want to spend any of your instinct? Remember, you're on my team now, so you be mean.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
What's
Embrace the chaos.
Can you explain to me the bottom one?
The bottom one.
Yeah.
So basically, you would make an attack roll versus everybody, using the modifier of the attack that you have, and then for everybody that you hit, it has the effect that follows.
Okay, right. So it doesn't do damage. It just
No, it doesn't do damage. No, it's just a setup. But I would recommend using the second one at this current time if you wanted to.
Now what's the? I've got loads of new spells here that I know what they do not do.
That's fine. You can ask me for any assistance, and I will recommend a spell.
What's the range of the 5th level first one?
I mean, it's not your turn. This is out of turn for your.
Yeah, no, but this is for.
Oh. Good question. $60
Okay, then I will spend the 2 instinct to go out and be there.
Up here or so?
I want to keep a line of. Do I need line of sight for that spell?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to keep in the line of sight of Romulus.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say you'd be able to hover up here and be able to keep a line of sight on Romulus.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
wonderful.
Be about
Yay.
Yeah, yeah,
Damian-
being targeted.
So Damian, you immediately watch as you see this happen. The rest of you watch as the form begins to almost flicker, and you watch as the bubbling takes place, and the inside of it almost slaws out like it's in and spilled to the ground before it shifts and reappears to where next to Damian, floating in the air, not far from him. Okay, that cost you 2 instinct.
Mm-hmm.
The creature, which you're otherwise unaware of, is going to continue its action, where it is otherwise going to. I have tiles for these as well. Where are they? Okay, as it is going to bring these 2 trees to life.
Okay, so you basically just caused the thing towards the end of the second Lord of the Rings movie to occur.
Potentially, yeah.
The Ents are
Kinda.
attacking a tower.
Or the creature that they
There-
sense. Either way,
Yeah, well, Saruman, Greener, I'm telling
Who's
everything
to
else is the same.
so with that, these 2 are going to climb onto this tie up to here. This one is going to be careful not to step onto you, and they are going to make 2 attack. Well, they trust you, and they're going to make
That's it.
2 attacks because he used his bonus action. They're going to make 1 attack each against you. Here, Gaze Eye or Gaze Storm. That is a 24 to hit you,
Yeah, that hits.
and the second one is a 17.
That also hits.
Okay, you take
Oh. Actually, what was the first one that hit? 24.
24.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use shield. So the 24's to hit, but the second one will not.
Okay.
How many spell points do I have?
Roll me d20. You should have 75 currently.
Okay, right.
So roll me a d20 for your wild magic going off, please.
Woo!
Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah, now I'm going to get fireballed.
So only one of these is going through. You said
4. Yes, one of them will go through.
4.
The
Okay. That
24.
4 doesn't trigger it because you needed a 2 or lower. In terms of damage, I rolled pretty low, so that is only 17 points of damage.
Whew.
And notably, they're only able to make 1 attack because he spent his bonus action to do stuff, and they were summoned this turn. Most of the time, these guys can make 2 attacks each.
Oh, yikes.
So,
Yeah.
end of the creature's turn. Romulus, you are otherwise inside, and you see these 2 trees begin to climb over the top of the barricade, the wall itself. As tall as it, they pull themselves up, and you watch as they take 2 hefty swings towards this creature, as you watch as this bubbling shield ruptures around it and protects it from one of the strikes, the other one punching through.
Okay. Right, the only option in my mind is as follows. I know how this works by now, and I know that the only thing I can reasonably do is try and take out Cat at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where, to my viewing, is like, where I am like highly confused as to like the logistics. What do I have to do to get to hit Cat with the Ghost Steel Halberd specifically?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You'd have to use 50 feet of movement to get to here.
Mortar, as Romulus is contemplating this, Mortar is going to, again, draw Black Scorpion across his hand and is going to emblaze Romulus with let me just double check. A weapon frenzy. So you can use. So basically, you can take the attack action twice on your turn. So you don't. So you basically gain an additional action, but you can only use it to attack.
So you can
Okay.
spend 1 to dash and the other
So
to make attacks.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll dash up to. I want to get within 10 feet of
That will be there.
this.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, I'm pulling out the halberd.
Okay.
And I am attacking with my first attack for the moment.
Go ahead. Make me
Oh,
an attack.
wait, I've got a bonus action. I'm going to rage first.
Okay.
That's always a smart idea.
Matt
Okay.
is going to Rajay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do I don't suppose there's any way I have any idea of this thing's AC yet, is there?
Nope.
Right, then no, I'm going to be attacking normally for now.
Okay.
Not recklessing this.
Okay. Are you using Great Weapon Master?
I'm not using Great Weapon Master. For the moment, I need to confirm a hit and then work from there.
Where are you, Romulus? You're there. Okay,
Right
bear
next
with me. That means that you are getting. Oh, I should see a saving throw. But anyway, you're getting +1 to saving throws.
Okay. Actually, no. Scratch that. I am using Reckless and I am using Great Weapon Master. Because I have a Bardic Inspiration that I can add onto this to make it much more likely to hit.
Go
so
for
I'm
it.
going to try and go for big damage right from the start.
Makes sense.
Okay, so first attack. Oh, so let me just grab that over there. Huh. Oh, motherfucker.
Wow!
That was painful.
That will miss. 100%.
I'm not going to spend the Bardic Inspiration on this one. I'm going to go for the second attack.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, come
Oh
on!
my god.
I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
Fucker of mother. Sorry, it's being a bit slow on me. Give me a second.
That might be a tabletop thing.
I need this to work.
Oh, finally.
Oh, okay. So that should be a +9. Sorry, +9 to hit. So does a 23 hit?
Before you... Okay, I was going to say, before you answer, you're going to add the D8
Oh,
because you choose
sorry.
beforehand.
You're right.
And you also
so
have Great
the-
Weapon Master, so it will be a...
So it's 19 to hit at the moment. I'm
Okay.
going to add. No, I'm going to leave it for the moment
So...
because at the very least I will know whether or not a 19 hits or not.
Okay, so 19, does it hit? No.
No.
Okay, and final attack then.
And your Great Weapon Mastering still?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a 20.
Are you going to add the D8?
I am going to add the D8.
Okay.
So.
So, 23.
23.
That hits.
Yes.
Does.
So
that
that
hits.
does 7 plus...
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 7 plus 4 plus
Okay.
5 plus 8.
16.
24.
16 plus 8. Yeah, 24. You take 24 points of damage.
Okay, when does Cursed Blood take effect?
Now it does. So now you have resistance to piercing damage and cold damage for the rest of this fight.
Cool.
Or not piercing
Right.
damage, slashing damage.
Okay. But
Oh, and you
Any-
have resistance to bludgeoning damage from the trees as well.
just to
Okay,
check,
cool.
any regenerative effects, however, will no longer function.
Noted.
Nice.
Wait,
Because
hang on. Is that
we know the creature counts as evil from previously, and yeah.
is that resistance to any bludgeoning attack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful. So I'm
And now-
useless.
Now it has resistance
No,
to
you have radiant.
bludgeoning, slashing,
radiant, but
and cold
maybe
damage.
wait.
You've got a metric shit ton of radiant.
Yeah. So you watch as you otherwise swing up as you otherwise rush up as much as you can, the adrenaline pumping through you with the rage and the desperation to tear this form out of the sky. You take your heavy swings, and in that moment, 3 of them miss, otherwise glancing off of the outside of this cast shield around it. And as one of your attacks hits and digs in, the frost grows around it and then sinks into the creature, and you watch as its form begins to adapt, parts of it changing and twisting.
I'm going to call out, this thing adapts to our damage types.
Okay. End of your go. Gaze Storm, do you wish to use any of your instinct abilities at the moment?
Yes, it's going to use Gaze of Many Eyes.
Okay, so that will be an attack roll against 1, 2, 3, 4. Currently can't see Kirv, can't see others. Okay, so it is 4 attack rolls, 1 against each. We will start with the Arborian Blue and work counterclockwise.
Okay, I'm just trying to work out, hang on, what my attack modifier is. Where
Plus
is it? I
9.
saw it. Plus 9. Okay. Okay, I will go.
Actually, yes, plus 9, sorry.
Okay, so that is
Natural 20.
crit. Plus 9. So, pretty sure that works.
Okay.
What are you attacking?
The Arboreal,
everyone.
Everyone.
The blue tree.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Wait, but that was an attack roll, right? Or
Mhm.
Yeah, that was,
These
crit
are
on the tree.
spell attacks. Does it work on spells or weapon attacks?
well, Cloud Rune works on literally anything.
Okay, so you go.
That's all.
What are you redirecting the effect to?
I can't direct it to the caster. What is it going to affect and how exactly?
Would you know that?
Not
No.
necessarily, but like functionally, I need to have some idea of like, I know this is an attack. What is it aiming at currently? Like,
Well,
exactly,
it's
what
aiming at
direction?
all. It's aiming at all of you. Just the first one, the natural 20, has hit the Arborian so far.
Okay. Technically, can I potentially transfer this into a one of these guy trees? Is that a thing I can?
Has to
I can
choose
do?
a different creature within 30 feet of you. They are not creatures yet.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I guess I can't. I'm not gonna interfere with it because like there's literally no good option of where to send it. So
Okay.
I'll hold off for now.
Make the next attack against the green one, please.
Okay.
Natural 20. That will hit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I like
This
the
is
guy.
where.
Against Damian. 15 doesn't hit.
15.
Nope.
And versus Romulus. That is a 16. Does that hit you, Romulus?
Unfortunately, yes, it does.
Okay.
Ooh.
Side
Okay.
character plot
So
armor.
you're raging at least.
So,
This is true.
now the effect is going to be revealed, as no reactions are being taken.
Okay.
Each one of you each one that was hit has disadvantage on their next save against the next spell that is cast by the Gaze Storm Abomination.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that the end of its turn?
That's the end of your turn.
You crit against them. Did you do any damage?
No.
Oh.
That ability
okay.
does no damage, and regain, because it would be upgraded, you would regain 2 points of instinct instead of 1.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
So that will take that up to.
It's a
Okay.
setup effect, because now you've said what you're going to do.
So, the Gaze Storm smiling at Romulus, like menacingly, knowing full well this one's dear to Cat. This one means a lot to Cat. As it intensely stares at you, and you feel pressure as it's going to cast Dominate Person on Romulus.
No way. Oh no.
Romulus, please make me a Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Right. As I understand it,
But you have
do I get
advantage.
a plus from Damian?
You have a +1 from Damian. You also have advantage because it's your enemy, but it's disadvantage because of the creature's effect on you.
So it's a flat roll with
yeah.
a +1 to my normal. Okay.
Cat, do you wish to add any of your runes to this spell?
Oh. I don't think any of my runes are going to apply to this spell. Heal, mold.
You have shape rune prepared?
I do not have shape. I have
Okay.
cleanse, shield, heal, split, and like.
You can split
I
it.
guess split. Okay, I'm going to also do it upon one of the trees, the one that hit me.
Okay. Technically, you'd know how Dominate Person works, is that it would have to target Damian, not the tree, because they don't count as persons.
Okay, they don't count.
But yeah.
Alright, I didn't know. I was about
Okay,
to.
so natural
then-
20, Romulus, you shrug off the effects of the whispers of what sound like Cat's voice within your mind, almost pleading, asking you to help it survive, and to stop attacking it, and in that moment you shrug it off, pushing it to one side.
I think what you... I like look up at this roiling mass and I'm just like... Shut the fuck up and get out of my daughter.
Okay.
And yeah, that's just my response there.
Okay. And Damian, you need to make the other wisdom saving throw, please. With advantage, because you are in combat with the creature.
And I get the +1 anyway?
I believe
Well,
it should be automatically calculated in if I've done my job properly, but I'll make sure.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is going to do.
9.
Advantage.
So we know that it's between 20 and 20.
Plus C14.
Plus your charisma modifier. Yeah, so it is adding it in automatically because it's your charisma modifier that it adds. So yeah. So the +7
Okay.
you have is there. So that would be a
Oh,
24.
so it's a 24.
You succeed against the effect. So that does not go off.
Very good.
Okay. Roll me a d20, please.
Oh.
Me?
Oh.
No,
Oh.
cat for wild magic.
Quite that I used the rune as well.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this would be...
Why is your charisma so low?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
No, it's really good.
Wait, so what is your charisma then?
My charisma itself is low, but my it's a charisma saving throw. No, hang on, I'm confused.
No, sorry, I'm just wondering because like,
It's a paladin build.
Yeah, yeah, like it's got to be pretty low, right? It's got to be like a +1.
Yeah.
That was a choice.
Yeah, I think it's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, he built more into
Fair enough.
intelligence and
Completely
wisdom,
fair.
which I was entirely fine with. I was like, that's fine. It means that the
No,
auras
that's
will be
valid.
slightly weaker, but you'll still benefit from a lot of things, because the path he went, or the oath he goes, bases everything off of proficiency instead. So it scales
fair.
on its own, so it's one of those things of like, it doesn't matter too much in the long run. So,
Fair.
but yes, if you was going Hex Warrior, that would be different, but no. Okay, so Wild Magic, that is a 5. You used a split as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that doesn't go off.
Okay, cool. Okay. And it is. Can I use instinct at the end of mine, or is it end of someone else's?
End of somebody else's turn. So now it'll be Damian's turn, and
Okay.
you can move it, and you can use it then.
Okay. Give me 1 second. How much movement does this thing have? Huh. Okay. Noted.
Okay. If you wanted to hold your movement to use as a reaction, alternatively you can save it for something like shield, or is there another reaction?
I will save it.
Yeah, there isn't another reaction in there, but yeah.
No. I will save it because shield.
Okay. End of your turn, Damian. You're up.
Okay, let me have a think about this, because I actually think there's very little I can do whatsoever except help other people. I can't attack it. I mean, the only thing that I can think of using is Moonbeam, because I think that might be the only thing that I can use that actually attacks it. Because other than using hand axes, except they do slashing damage, so that's pointless.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't actually attack it except with Moonbeam at the moment, because it's in the air. So I'm literally useless in this fight until it actually lands, which I'm assuming it never will. Right, yeah, that's not helpful. Okay, let me have a think.
Oh yeah. Also, make me a charisma saving throw at disadvantage as well, Cat. At the end of your go.
I was literally just about to message you. Could I have it that Cat, now that Cat has some knowledge of things, instead of trying to fight. She's gonna see if she can find her parents in this
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
insanity.
So in that case,
Wow.
I'll say, yeah, make me a charisma saving throw at disadvantage. This will be to try and find anything.
Whoa! Oh!
I will say, as you try to search, you begin to sink deeper into the creature. Please restore 20 of the damage you've taken.
Oh, great.
Technically,
Actually,
one
no,
magic
'cause
went off.
Hold on.
Tides of chaos? Question mark?
I'll allow it. It would re-roll both, and also technically the regeneration effect wouldn't go off because of the halberd. So just re-roll the effect here with the Tides of Chaos.
I told you the halberd was a good fucking call.
Very good call.
That's fair.
Very good call.
That's fair. This one doesn't typically have a regenerative effect, but I was willing to be mean on a natural one. But no.
Yeah, I know you are.
You know me well enough. I don't
I
like
met
this.
you, Chris.
What do you
You're lucky
mean?
when we do well.
What was the roll? Charisma?
Charisma, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5. She does not do well.
You are blind in this location. You do not know what's going on. You are swimming in the thoughts of what has happened, the torment of it all, the thoughts of what's happened, how you, with Sychania, who you've been traveling with all this time, killed your parents, how you introducing Sychania to them killed your parents, how you have murdered 3 individuals, one of whom was only trying to help. 2 of whom were only trying to help. 3 of whom were only trying to help. And as that settles in, you begin to feel almost this dread drain through you. Okay, Damian. Sorry for interrupting your turn with that cinematic moment.
No, that's given me time to think things through, and I think it's a pretty straightforward thing that I'm doing.
Okay.
I am going to, with my action, I'm going to do aid.
Okay. So that will give...
Bear with me. So I could do this at 3rd level.
Yeah?
I think I will. So I will do it to the 3 who are around me, the 2 arboreals or whatever they're called. And
The
Romulus.
Arboreals. Yep.
So they're within range, correct? Within 30 feet.
Yep.
Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5. That's for the next 8 hours, and it will be an additional 5 because I'm doing it at 3rd level. So you'll get 10 extra hit points.
Okay, so Romulus,
Who's
you
that?
gain 10
Yeah.
maximum and current health, along with most of the Arborians gain that as well. The Arborians look at you, and there is an acknowledgement of they are here for one thing, and you are all against it as well. Their job is to kill it.
I can't do anything about that. And then my bonus action is Sentinel Ward on Romulus, plus 3 your AC.
Okay.
How much is that?
Oh,
may I say?
you cast 2 leveled spells. You won't be able to use the bonus action for Sentinel Ward.
Ah! Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Fair enough.
You can bonus action shove Romulus over a little bit if you want to. Shove him back down the rubble pile. Make it so he has to climb back up.
So hang on, what's that? So I can only do 1...
Leveled spell a turn.
Oh, I see. Oh.
So
Right,
where you've
yeah.
cast Aid, you can't cast another level spell this turn, even if it's a bonus
Right.
action.
Gotcha. Alright, well, yeah, that's probably the better way of doing it anyway.
Specifically because one of them's a bonus action.
Hey, this may be me metagaming slightly, but is your Abjure the extra planar a bonus action? I don't know.
Have a
That's
look.
why I'm asking.
I don't know either. No,
The channel ability, isn't
It's
it?
an action. Okay.
it's an action. No, the thing that I can do is regain my health. I can use my I can use one of my actually I will do it. Yeah, that's my bonus action. I'm going to do Harvest Divine Power. It's my bonus action, so I can regain 3 spell points.
Okay. End of your turn.
I think I'm just staying there because I might be able to intercept stuff for Romulus or the Can I intercept any attacks on the Arborians, given they're such a larger creature?
Yeah, this one you could. You'd have to move up in order to
Not
get
the other one,
but-
obviously, but I could do that one. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. End of your turn. Are you spending any instincts against Storm?
I am. There'll be 2 to phase shift again, and it's going to be over here and about 30 foot up.
Okay, noted. And that, for note, is teleportation, so there is no sentinel that can be triggered. Okay. Kirv, it is your go. You saw what Cat became. The back half of Cat is still lying on the floor, leaking blood and guts all over as it begins to drip
don't
down
do that
the
to me.
trapdoor. As you're otherwise standing there, stunned, you saw Romulus run out, and you heard a harry of attacks, and you can hear stuff go down. You have no idea what's happening currently, though, because you've been sat in a chair, chilling, and then this all just happened.
Fuck's sake. Now, I'm not going to do it, but I bet cat's blood would be very powerful.
Oh my god!
I actually want you to do it, but I suppose I shouldn't.
Do you want to do it?
No, because Romulus will kill me. And I don't know, maybe Kirv cares for Cat, maybe a little bit.
Maybe.
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
Cat left my threatened range?
Teleported.
Ah, cock.
Used 2
Okay.
instinct to do it, but
I had 2 ideas. I assume now I can't do the first one because she is both blinded and very, very high up. But what I was possibly thinking,
blinded.
because I now have hallucinatory terrain, and I thought maybe I could turn the terrain into something more calming for her. But that
takes
is
10 minutes to
currently-
cast, unfortunately.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks then.
Yeah.
Definitely couldn't do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only just got the spell today, lads. Sorry.
No,
It's a really good idea, though.
It's a setup spell, unfortunately, with
Yeah.
kind of laying traps or getting rid of your tracks, that sort of thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, in a situation like this where it would potentially be a really cool idea, it takes too long.
I do gotta head off soon.
That's fine. Once we get to the top of the initiative order, because we've got our 2 potentially very ranged characters going next, we'll see how things go from there.
Okay.
Okay, well, in that case then, I would like to go outside
Okay.
and see what is happening.
Hey, boss, what the fuck is that? As Filch points upwards towards the floating monster.
I tell Eugene and Filch to hide.
Don't have to tell me twice.
And am I able to Eldritch Blast from that distance?
Yeah,
would've thought
it's 30 feet up, so it's
Mhm.
basically 40 feet from where you currently are.
Okay, that's not too short distance, is it? Should be fine. Can I Hexblade Curse?
I believe so. Yeah, because you'd be able to run out underneath it, Hexblade's Curse, and then move to where you are currently.
Got it. Okay, and then it will be 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, go for it. Make me 2 attack rolls, please.
That's
There.
an 18 and a 13. Plus
Okay,
8 to hit.
plus 8 to hit, so that is
Oh,
a
plus 9 to hit.
plus 9 to hit, so that is a 22 on the lowest.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay. You also rolled the wrong dice. They're not d6s, they're
Oh,
d10s. No, that's alright. That's right. The d6s are for murder.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good damage. That's plus 5 or plus 4 damage each?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. So that is 14 and 9. So, Gaze Storm, you take 23 points of damage. Actually, no.
And
You
Hexblade's
take.
Curse.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. I've got to refigure out how this works. So, Hexblade's Curse adds an additional 4 damage, right? Because it's your proficiency bonus, I believe. So,
Yes.
you take 18 points of damage, then you gain resistance to force damage for the rest of this combat. So then that 5 that becomes a 9, then a 13, is halved to 6.
Okay.
So you take 18 and then 6 damage, so 24 total.
Okay.
as Kirv, you otherwise run under, marking the creature above before spinning around, and Eugene and Filch otherwise hiding in your hoods. You otherwise pluck 2 tiny feathers from them and fling them forward as they otherwise converge into these large, otherwise Eldritch Blast feathers that guide into this creature, stabbing on either side before detonating. You watch as one does a significant chunk of damage, and then the second one does less. Okay.
Alright, and go.
Mortar. You are currently
Mortar.
below, and you saw all of this happen, and there's this sudden realization of what is going on. And
Mortar steps outside.
Okay, you step outside, and you look directly up as where 2 Eldritch Blasts otherwise streak over your head, shooting into this creature above, this writhing mass of oil, tar, eyes, and teeth.
Not gonna lie, Cat. I don't like that look on you, and I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the creature. Wisdom save
Okay.
DC 15.
Wisdom save DC 15. Okay, make me the roll using the wisdom save of the creature. And with advantage because of magic resistance. That's advantage. So that will be a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. My attempt to ground the creature fails dramatically. Yeah. I guess if we're going all in on this, Mortar will use his weapon frenzy to.
You used the weapon
bonus
frenzy on
action.
Romulus.
I used Adrenaline Surge, didn't I? Or,
Oh.
no, Adrenaline Surge is the one I'm wanting.
You're wanting to use.
Adrenaline
Okay.
Surge is Adrenaline Surge is the one that uses a bonus action to give me an extra
Yeah.
action.
Yep, that sounds about right.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Adrenaline Surge on myself to give myself an extra action, and using that action, I'm going to cast my Spellblade feature on my gun, negating any resistances to my weapon.
Okay. Isn't that a bonus action or is that an
that'll be-
action?
I believe it's isn't it an action? Let me double check. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought the Spellblade feature was a bonus action. If it's not, then it should be.
Yeah, it is a bonus action. Never
Okay,
mind.
so you wouldn't be able to do that, I'm afraid.
That's fine. No worries at all. In which case, then I guess I'll just freaking shoot it.
Take 2 shots.
Guess I'll just freaking shoot it.
Pew pew. Go for it. So.
Yes. Sorry, guys. Just a minute.
No. Should I roll for him? Just because I know that some people are wanting to head off soon. Hello?
Sorry, yeah, we are here. just
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
are.
I'm hesitant to fuck off until it's over, but also at the same time I don't want to.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
No,
Uh,
I'm back. Sorry.
Make me
Back
the
to
2 attacks.
reader.
That's right.
Okay. No worries. Sit down. Okey-dokey. 2 attacks with
Mhm.
my gun.
Go ahead.
No, it's not working. Here we go. Plus 11.
Plus 11 to hit. Ooh.
Oh, I know.
Alright. First
Just
attack.
watch me still miss this though.
14. Will miss.
Oh, yeah.
Second attack.
Second attack.
25.
25.
That
Yeah,
will
that
hit.
hits.
What's the damage?
Okay.
Should be a D8 if
it's
it's... Or what is this?
D8.
Psychic damage.
It's a D8 plus 5 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm. 13...
Not bad.
No, 12 damage.
13 psychic damage.
As you otherwise stand underneath this form, you swing outwards, point the gun upwards, taking 2 shots. The first, the creature otherwise slides out of the way of it, but the second one hits on point, hitting upwards and into it, as you watch as the flesh of the creature begins to screech and tear apart as it attempts to adapt to the psychic damage before it splatters outwards. And you watch as the full body of Cat, with the back end there, falls down to the ground 30 feet. As Cat, you take... so you take the excess damage plus
Yeah.
I rolled almost minimum. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground.
Okay.
And Mortar, you otherwise watch as the body of Cat otherwise whacks into the ground next to you as she is now prone. And you can see the oil and tar is beginning to recede back into the arm. I think that would be a good point for us to end our session there. So, as Cat returns to who she once was after remembering all of the trauma that she'd been through, now we sign off there, and we will see you next week for just what might happen for session 90. Thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.